I started that one, but I didn't close you out. All right, so we are live for the after party after Rod J's, Rod J and Company get together on Thursdays. Seeing if anyone wants to swing over and check out an after party over here. So I hope y'all are doing good. Obviously, on this channel, we're focused on craft beer, but honestly, we're going to talk about other things too. I know that's going to happen. So hopefully, we get a couple folks to come over. Hopefully. All right, Paul's in the house. The fun thing is trying to figure out how to invite Paul. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. So there's the link if you want to join me up here, Paul. Oh, there you are.
Yep. Now see if we can get Redbeard in here. Be
I
okay?
know, right?
Yep, he's down. So
I haven't seen him show up yet, but I'm keeping an eye out. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to be able to get this to work tonight. I was a little concerned about my abilities at this point.
not hard.
You know, I think I played around with StreamYard about 8 months ago, so it's been a little while since I've toyed with it. So I was like, I don't remember how to do the things.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little concerned about my abilities.
Oh. Yeah, there
How
should. I should go back and actually just. Can you put that link in the chat and then I can copy it?
I think I put it there already, but I can post it again.
You know, in the side chat here. I don't know if you can put it in the.
Oh, I don't know how to get to the side chat. It just shows me
See if
the
I can go
chat.
back and do this quick. I'll send it to Redbeard. Make sure I got it. Make sure he's got it.
I can email it to you if you want. All right, checking in on Redbeard then. I like the little sideways picture. Wait, hold on. Can do it this way. No, other way. Back up. How's that? Good? Should have gone to the 10%. Oh. Well, I lost Paul, but hopefully Paul will be coming back with Redbeard, so that'll be fun. I don't think I've actually gotten to speak to Redbeard before, so that'll be even better. Playing with the many different features on. Hi. Any
Hi.
luck with Redbeard?
Well, I gave it to him, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What are you
They got
drinking?
the Tropical Double Broken Heel from New Trail Brewing Company, a hazy double IPA at 9.2 in a 19.2 ounce can.
19.2 ounce can.
Yeah, it was only $2.60.
Who's
It's
doing
really, really good.
19.2 ounce cans?
Well, New Trail.
I guess so. That's different.
Yeah, the big old stovepipe cans.
Mm-hmm.
They have a licensing deal where they sell them in sheets, and they sell them in the local grocery stores here for $2.68. It's really, really good.
Wow.
They're
Well,
actually, if you buy 4 of them over at the Sheets gas station, it's actually cheaper than buying a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans at the grocery store.
well, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So JT just popped in to say hi, but he's crashing right now.
Yep. I just wanted to drink this and head to bed.
Yeah. I know I wasn't done with my beer yet either, and
Yeah, I have a different job. I'm going to start on the 30th.
oh yeah, what are you getting into?
I'm going back to becoming a maintenance guy.
Oh, for what kind of place?
It's actually a marijuana grower plant, which is
So the
weird.
perks are well worth it then.
I don't know. I
They
wouldn't
will
know.
be. They will be.
So it's less pay, but the schedule means I can have my girls every night and take them to school. So that's what matters.
Oh, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I've said au revoir to the Pop-Tart land.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't seem overly pleased with the workspace you were in before, so
No. I mean, I like being a maintenance supervisor. Just
yeah.
it was a little frustrating there.
But if this one makes it better for your family, 100%, yeah.
It's a relatively new plant too, so it's going to grow, and if it grows, I can grow with it.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I look at it that way. Mm-hmm.
Just don't let them see your live streams.
No. No, don't watch the crazy live streams.
No.
No.
Honestly, my work is just yelling at me about why I haven't filmed them yet. So
There you go. Oh, that's true.
it's a slightly different situation for me, I think. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't. I mean, free speech and stuff like that, but you can't do anything that would make anything look bad or be associated with it or anything like that, which makes sense.
precisely, like I
Yep.
was in talks to film this brewery before I ever started working for them, but it didn't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden I was working for them and I haven't been able, I mean, I'll drink their beers on camera and Rod J's stream, but I haven't like filmed their brewery technically because it feels like a conflict of interest to an extent. So
Yeah. Yep. With me, I always keep my whatever I do, I keep completely separate from everything else. So
mhm. Sadly, I went to work in an industry that was what I was already filming. So
yeah,
yeah, I
it
did
makes it
back.
hard. I know. I
How's that?
just think a lot of people get into certain industries, like, um, let's just say they become Moosehead sponsors or something like that, and then like they do shill it, and then of course everything they drink's amazing. And I'm like, is it though? Or is that what you're saying? Like,
That's
are you
that's
spokesman or
always
what?
the question. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Now I will say the brewery that I work for, I'm overly pleased with what they come out with. They stick mostly to the traditional styles, and the traditional styles they do are very well done, beautifully well done actually. And I'm quite pleased with the things that the place I work for does.
Mhm.
They slip out of the box on occasion, and those are hit or miss.
Mhm.
And I don't hold much stock in those because they're not traditional, and the brewery is well known for its traditional styles. So overall, though, there is not a single tap at my brewery that I wouldn't drink. Like
Right.
if someone poured me a pint of anything, I would take it because I really like their stuff. And look who we have joining us.
There
Oh,
it is.
hello.
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 How are you?
Hello.
Why? Wait. What? Why am I? I'm not hearing you. What's happening right now?
You're not hearing
Why
me.
is the world
I
broken?
can hear you quite well.
He's not hearing us.
Give
Yeah.
me a second, Vivek. Why?
I mean, this is the problem with this, though. It's so easy drinking that, like,
Audio.
when I first started Pop Tart Land, I was drinking 4 of these a night
Hmm.
before I went to bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll make for a more interesting evening, I suppose.
Yeah. Crush, sleep. Crush, every night. Crush. It was weird.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Ah,
Hello.
Hello.
oh, wow. Look, I'm wearing purple.
Hello.
I don't think, and I know for sure Carrie's never seen me wear purple.
I don't. The purple is like really barely even kind of popping.
It's a
right
dark
now.
purple.
Yeah, so it's. I could have seen you wear purple before. It wouldn't have.
I've never
known.
worn purple before, for sure.
Yes,
But today was my last day at Pop Tart Land, and I wore an outfit that had 0 black on it. My belt was brown, my boots were brown, my pants were gray, my socks were gray. I didn't wear a single bit of black because every day since I've started there for over a year, I wore black every day. And people would comment on it that I never wear color. And I'm like, no, I don't. I wear all color. I wear black.
And you went out with a bang by.
And I went out with a bang. I was like, phew.
You went out with
And
a
it was
bang
funny,
by
the one-
wearing something that from a distance people, oh yeah, that's still black.
Well, no, we have really good lighting in there. It was very vibrantly purple in there, but like there was no gray. And everyone commented on it. But the funny goes, okay, so the last day you're here, you wear Joker colors. I'm concerned. And I said, well, I did set a bomb in the building somewhere. It's got laughing gas in it.
You have to admit, where he's working, it's all fluorescence, though, so that purple's going to shine.
It did shine. It did very shine. It was next to a very bright orange vest as well, so it was like really beaming.
Well,
What you got, Carrie? What you drinking?
I just finished actually this, which was freaking glorious.
What is that?
It's
Donkey Venom?
Donkey Venom. It is a barrel-aged dark sour ale from Bellwoods Brewing.
I was going to say that's Bellwood, isn't it?
Wow.
8.5. And I have more of their beer, so I'm going to grab another one.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And I'll slow down on this one. I should have actually slowed down a little bit more, but I was doing one of those and just chugging it.
I'm gonna pop over to something a little lighter than the 10.5% I'm having right now after this, I think. So
Okay.
I'm still waiting for Chew to get home from work. He hasn't quite made
Yep.
it home yet, so
He'll get back here soon.
I know.
I gotta get up at. I'm getting up at 6:20. I gotta I gotta wake up and take my daughter to school because the other buses for the other school district aren't running. So I'm looking forward to taking her to her new school for the first time. So
Oh, that's exciting.
yeah, it'll be cool. I haven't
You
dropped her off at her new school yet, and it's the same school that I went to. She's in high school now, so she goes to the same high school I went to. So I was like, oh, cool, this will be fun.
So you can tell her all of the secret hiding places and all of the terrible stuff that you did. That's fun.
Yeah, actually, there is one cool. They shouldn't have remodeled it, so there is one cool little hidey hole because we were in the. It's a vocational school, and we were in the electrical class, and right near the electrical electronics class, there is like kind of like a hidey hole where it goes like back a little bit, and you can. We all just hung out in this little dark corner together.
I love it.
Yeah, so that was cool. Yeah, so I should let her know about that hangout corner.
Yeah.
It's a good corner to hang out.
Pass on your fatherly knowledge.
Exactly, I should. Hmm.
I know I went to the same high school my father went to as well, so he
Okay.
definitely a thing or two about a thing or two. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of funny because this is a vocational school, so it's not the normal high school that everybody would go to if you were from a certain place. You know what I mean? People have to go to this to get there. So my
Right.
uncle went there, I went there, and now my daughter's going there.
fair enough. I love it.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, my
cute.
uncle went there when they first built it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was that's interesting. So I got technically three generations of Romaleys went to this school.
That poor
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, son of a bitch and cool. But it's cool. I like it. I'm kind of trying to talk my other daughter, and go too, but she doesn't seem to want to do it, which is weird because she's got an IEP in school. She's a little slower on that kind of side, so she's got her individual education program, but she's
Right.
extremely like hands-on mechanically gifted.
Oh,
Well,
fun.
like she's really good with her hands. So I was like, she went through when she was young, and she went there and she straightened all and tightened all the screws in the house with, like, you know what I mean, when she was a kid. You know what I mean? Like she's like, she knows, like she puts stuff together and she does things. Like I was like, you should really go to Votech because you can get into like a mechanics class or whatever and get, excel. But for some reason that just seems like too much work for her. She's like, I'm good.
Have you tried her in music at all?
Not yet, really. Well, except for like the drum sets. I bought her drum sets and stuff like that, but she hasn't done too much. Is it not a Bellwoods beer? What is that? Is that
Intermodal.
Intermodal?
I don't know how
Nope,
to do
wrong
this.
one.
I don't know how to do it.
Touch his face. Touch his ugly face.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying to make it just him.
I'm so mad that you
I can't
clicked on
fix
your face instead of mine.
Intermodal.
This is a 2022 spontaneous ale with peaches.
That means it's gonna blow up.
6.6.
6.
Bellwoods again. And
Yep, I thought so.
yeah. Well, they had I got an email from them saying you've got the email said you've got 4 hours. And I was like,
you have 4 hours.
What the hell? And no, it was like there's this discount. If you use it within 4 hours, you could have 20% off your order.
That's awesome.
I so rarely get to use my bottle opener like this.
I'm sorry. Is your bottle opener suspended from the ceiling? Because that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Retractable.
Yeah. But
I got light coming from directly above me, and it looks like it's balding, and I'm not. There's hair actually there. It's just lighter hair.
Yeah, so Bellwoods had this sale, and they also have the thing where you spend $100, free shipping, which every brewery should have. God damn it!
Yeah, I think if you spend more than $50 at any brewing company, it should give you free shipping.
That smells.
Oh wow! I would have free shipping from every brewing company in the Midwest.
Well, I'm just saying. I went to craftshack.com. If you haven't checked it out yet, check out craftshack.com. But I did do $1,000 order, and I still had to pay for shipping. I think, pretty sure.
Yeah, when it gets to that level, that would be
Yeah,
like,
that should be
well,
free shipping at 1,000.
Well, because the shipping on $1,000 of beer would probably not be.
I'm sorry,
cheap.
that should
Like,
be free. But
Yeah,
whatever.
Like depending on what those bottles and cans or whatever end up weighing
It was only 5 beers.
for
No, I'm just
$1,000.
joking. It was 5 boxes. But at the
I was
same
about
time,
to say, hold on, what 5 beers are you buying that's $1,000? Like, that's insane.
yeah. Honestly, though, if you really look at the most expensive beers in the world, if you buy like 4 or 5 bottles of End of History from BrewDog, you spend $1,000.
True.
I would say
Hey,
probably
are you
so.
serious,
Some of those
guys?
like some old like unopened Sam Adams Utopia. Oh my god, this beer's insane.
Insane.
And it didn't blow up in your
Like-
lap.
It like just it's peach.
It's peaches with peach in it. There's peach there.
Millions of peaches.
Peaches for me. Actually,
Millions
that's
of
the one thing
peaches.
I did do that once,
For
and
me.
and I don't really like wild ales, but I did do a spontaneous fermentation kind of wild ale thing. You cut peaches in halves or quarters, whatever you like, depending on how many. And you just actually like if you live in the wilderness, kind of like in a nice pastoral setting, you set the peaches overnight on your porch and let the wind get them. You know what I mean? And the furriness of the peaches catches a lot of microbial things. You know what I mean?
The furriness
And then you
of
just put
the
that
mold on
directly
the
in your
peaches,
beer
yeah.
and you just let it go. And honestly, it really did actually make a pretty cool, like low ABV, but wild fermented brew. That was actually pretty decent.
It's fun.
Nice.
But he has a very contemplative look.
That's what he has. He's a very contemplative man.
I can
He
tell.
is Mr. Thinker.
The
I thought
rolled
about
eyes
that
there
too.
makes me second guess what you said.
He's not Thinker Thunker. That's a whole nother YouTube channel that I support, but he is Mr. Thinker.
I think about things.
You think about things. You should think about subscribing to PA Outdoors Couple.
I'm thinking it's going to happen.
You're thinking about it. Just think about it. I'm just saying. Just think about
I debate based on where you're located. Where are you located?
it.
Me-
Not you. I know where you're. It's literally in
This
your
guy
channel name.
is at the almost pinnacle north of Northness.
North of Northness.
It's stupid.
Even north is
It's
in the area name.
Paul, let him answer. Hold on.
No, it's Redbeard.
I'm in North Bay, Ontario.
Ontario. Okay.
That's in Canada.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh, no problem. Ding dong.
Yeah.
So I'm friends with a couple of Canadian folks, but I haven't actually talked to you before, which is super exciting. That I'm getting to
Really?
talk
Oh, you
to
never talked to Redbeard? Oh, he's a pretentious prick.
I've never
but he's
spoken
really nice, and I
directly
like
to
him a lot.
Redbeard, no. I have seen videos, but I've never spoken directly.
I do like Redbeard quite a bit.
Glad to be here. Glad to meet you.
Oh, he's gonna come down
I'm
here and
happy
hang
to meet
out.
you.
Unless that was drunk talk. Other than that, he's gonna come down here and hang out.
No, it's going to happen. Again, like I
Yeah.
need to wait till I accumulate
So-
the time off and to be. Yeah, it's going to happen.
So, where you're at, how far is that from Niagara Falls? Just
If I was to hop in my car and drive there right now, it's 5-6 hours.
5-6 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're much further north then,
Oh, yeah.
or is it west?
You can drive 12 hours and still be
In Ontario.
Yeah, like it's
Yes.
Yeah, I'm aware Ontario is quite large. That's why I'm
Yeah.
trying to
yeah.
gauge where you're at without pulling up Google Maps. So
Carrie,
Well,
have you
I-
ever been to
it's
Black
sec-
Swan?
I have. They
Oh,
make some
that's a really
delicious-
good brewing company.
They do. Technically, I'm in Northern Ontario,
okay.
me and an ex friend of mine got a pretty hilarious argument because, like, if you look at a map of Ontario,
Oh,
like I don't know, I mean let's just pretend this remote control is the entirety of Ontario. Like this is southern Ontario, like almost like all of the population of Ontario is probably like here,
right?
And then like this is central Ontario, and then you get like here, and North Bay is in like this range.
Yeah, I always considered you at least middle Ontario.
This is considered northern Ontario, and the argument I got was like, you look at a map. We're not even middle, like we're below the center point, and like when Ontario is a province where as it goes,
it's
up,
giant.
It gets bigger as it goes up, kind of thing. So like the majority of this province is actually just forest and nothingness.
Yeah.
And he got all mad because like, no, I'm very proud of being a Northern Ontario, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, but look at, we're not really. And it was just.
If I was in England and if you talk to people, Coventry and Binghamton, that's the start of like Northern England. I'm like, you are like almost to London, and London is almost toward like the middle south. And he's like, no, we're fucking Northerns, so shut up. I'm like, okay, you got it. Like, I got you. Like, anything above London is now Northern England. I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, people are just crazy.
From what you've exhibited, I'm thinking Kentucky versus Louisiana, Kentucky versus New Orleans. So about a 5-6 hour drive, but you're further north, and
Kentucky is still considered the South
animal
around here. So Kentucky is technically considered the South around here, but not the South. I know
that, but when you compare Kentucky to New Orleans, that's a whole different
It's vastly different, yes. I've been in both, so yes, it's vastly different.
I'm saying Kentucky versus New Orleans, that's a big difference.
It's a big difference. I lived in Mississippi for a few years.
It's about a 6 hour drive of difference, too.
Yeah.
So,
I tell you what, my buddy SJ, you might have heard of him. I don't know if you know him, but SJ Poor. It's my buddy. He's a home brewer for years. Everything, great guy. So I brought some of the brews to Albino Rano's Beer Fest there. He's moving to Kentucky, and I'm like, motherfucker. But the funny thing is, I was just in Kentucky in 2019. I was like, I'd actually live here, and I've never said that before. I love Pennsylvania so much that I would never live anywhere but Pennsylvania. I'm like, this feels like Pennsylvania. I would live here.
You would say that until the weather gets cold. When the weather gets cold, nobody knows how to handle it. Nobody knows how to drive. All the businesses close, and you would lose your damn mind.
Where is that?
In Kentucky. They literally close everything if they have a single ice storm. They can't handle
it. But I love cold. I love the cold. I love snow.
I know you do, but everything that you would want to go to that day would
I don't. I see that. I don't go anywhere. I live everything at home. I'm a very self-sufficient man. I would do if I move somewhere though. If I did move somewhere, it would be in the middle of nowhere where I could put like self-sufficient shit up and have my own brewery and have everything and just be by myself, and no one would ever get near me ever.
In that case, negate everything I said because it's not going to bother you.
Yeah, but no, like you said, like the schools are closed, the roads are closed, the stores are closed because it got cold all of a sudden.
Because there might have been a slight ice storm that's going to melt by 10 a.m., but you can't have anything.
I had to explain this to my daughter recently because my daughter was getting off way into August, almost into September. Like it was still her school was still closed because they're doing construction. So, of course, she was getting my other daughter shit going, I get to stay home, you go to school. I said, guess what? You get to go home early in June, and you still get to go to school until almost July. And she's like, what? I'm like, oh, you still have to go to school a certain amount of days. So she gets off before you do. And then the other thing is, we are classic anymore of if you are threatened with snow, the school closes, right? But here's the kicker. Later in the year, when you actually have bad snow and you need to take off, they already exhausted their days. So then you have a 2-hour delay.
Always.
So I said, you might go to school until almost the end of July. So you only have 1 month off for summer vacation. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. You know what I mean? So, and all of a sudden, my
The
daughter
whole world
started
is give and
stopped
take.
giving my other daughter a hard time.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
I love it.
Kids.
Redbeard, I need to ask, what's your kitty's name?
Titty's name?
This is Moo Cow.
Moo Cow? Oh, it's so cute.
Looks like a moo cow.
It does look like a moo cow.
Super.
Well, he also has a doggy.
Oh, yeah, he's right. You know what? I'm sure he'll do it right now. Whenever I lift him up, he hates being on camera. It's pretty hilarious. Watch this here. Come on. There he goes. Yeah, dude.
Oh.
That's Oreo. He's such a big tough guy.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh, grumpy face.
He's like a Fraggle.
Yeah, he's like the dog that chased the Fraggles.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mario!
And then
Sprocket. Was that you, Sprocket? What's going on, Sprocket?
Come over here and say hi too. Why not? This is Gandalf. He is
Gandalf the Grey, obviously.
No, he's Gandalf the mostly gray, or Gandalf Gandalf the barely white.
Oh no, it's Gandalf the white crotch.
Gandalf the barely white.
Well, no, it's his paws, like on his face. He's got a bit of white in his face.
Yeah.
And then his paws. His paws are weird. This paw has a tiny. Which one? Like this one has a tiny bit of white.
Yeah.
A bit more white. And then a bit more white, and then a whole bunch of white. He hates this right now. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I had a cat, and it was the coolest. I don't know how this cat got what it had on it, but we called it Triceratops. See, it was white, but it had two dark spots here and a dark spot here, and then his tail had this pattern on it that almost looked like scales, like the where it is, and we called him Triceratops. And we saw that cat miles away from the house. That cat was roaming and doing his cat thing, and it was awesome. Yeah, I was like, it's Triceratops. Oh, look at him. He's still doing it. He's going. Yeah, he did his cat thing. I'm sure there's many Triceratops littered because he was a beast.
Lovely.
I'm not a fan of if you own a farm and you have a cat or two on your farm to like help control the rodents and stuff. Like, okay. But if you're like an average person, well, I guess where Paul, I'm assuming where you live would be.
That's all we have is farms. We live in farms. That's all I have around me is farms.
People that live in like the city and stuff and like have outdoor cats, fuck you, because all your cat does is either get hit by a car, or
that's what happened to my cat just recently,
or decimate the local bird population for fun, like cats are. I love my cats, but cats are fucking pieces of shit. They are just they're just the epitome of if a dick could be an animal. You know what I mean? Like that's a cat. That's a cat. Jesus Christ, they're fucking assholes.
If a pussy could eat birds.
Yeah.
If you take dog owners versus cat owners. Dog owners, you have the dog, and the dog is like a toddler. The toddler has to be changed. It has to be fed. It has to be on a schedule. It has to be all this stuff. So the dogs are like toddlers. With a cat, you're more like a teenager. So you have a teenager in your house. They'll love you one second, hate you the next, but they still want your food and they still want to, be around you because they want validation. Yeah. So for me, a cat is like owning a teenager. I have my husband and I have two of them, and one of them has latched onto each of us, of course, and it's fine, but it's like having two teenagers in the house. We can leave them alone for a day or so, but we couldn't do that with a toddler, obviously. We couldn't do that with a dog, obviously. But with the cats, we can give them a little space, and it's fine. They're okay. But yeah, I very much prefer having a cat at home who is strictly indoor. We do not do indoor with our cats. They are
Nice.
very strictly indoor. Just because we don't want to increase the, population of unhoused pets. That's a thing that neither of us wants to create as a problem. But
are your pets spayed and neutered?
Yes, both.
Well, Bob Barker would be proud of you. Good job.
Yes, both of our
okay,
girls
Bob Barker.
are fixed and they're fine. So they're not.
I have
causing
a
any
weird
trouble.
beer. I have a weird beer. I have a
You have a weird
beer
beer?
that I've had for a long time, and I've never
Okay.
drank it because I don't even know why I bought it. I don't even know why it went into the box that I bought. And I've had it for a long time. I don't know how many years, but North Coast Brewing Company's
Yeah.
Berliner Weiss.
North
Coast Berliner Weiss
Brewing Company.
tart cherry beer.
Where's
And it
North
was
Coast?
just, huh?
Where's North Coast based out of?
Oh, they're North Coast Brewing Company, same people that do Great Rasputin and stuff. It's Fort Bragg, California.
California. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know how old this beer is. I don't know if there's a date on it, but it is old as fuck. So let's crack it open. I don't really want to drink it anyway, so let's drink it now.
I'm curious if it will still have banana.
I hope not.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't really have too many Berliner Weisses that have banana. They're usually more crisp and clean. Berliner Weiss was a very interesting style, though. And I do like some Berliner Weisses, but Berliner Weiss was an interesting style. It would give it was actually called Champagne du Nord, I believe, by Napoleon, Champagne of the North.
Yeah.
He actually really appreciated that. So, this is something that was
just. At the
just.
same time, I'm realizing that I misheard you, and I thought you said it was a Hefeweizen, so I do apologize.
Nope.
That's why I said
It's all right, Berliner Weiss. But
now that you've said Berliner Weiss, I'm like, okay, yes, I got you.
Let's crack it open.
Somebody else may be popping into the StreamYard.
Oh, fantastic!
It's Radar.
Oh, it's Radar.
I'm keeping an eye. I'm not seeing anything yet, but I'll keep an eye out for it.
He's weird, but then again, that's
he's good.
That's Paul saying we're not being normal is for the weak.
It's boring. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
There he is. Radar, I apologize. I
heard that.
I got caught up and I forgot about you for a minute or two. But I'm sorry.
Pub Brew News, how you doing?
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Not too bad yourself.
It's lovely to meet you, sir.
This is not too bad.
Mallory.
Jesus.
Sorry, I'm French. I don't know how to read.
No, it's lovely
it's
to meet
Malorian.
you. My husband's still at work. He hasn't made it home yet, but she should be here soon.
I thought you were too.
Okay.
No, I'm the hard to pronounce one.
How you doing there, Paul? I haven't seen you in a while.
I haven't seen you around either, so cheers, sir. Tart cherry, not too bad. It's light, it's crisp, it's clean, it's tart, and it's cherry. It's pretty damn good.
It seems pretty goddamn well carbonated. Hold that up again.
It's very
well carbonated. Nice tight bubbles.
Yeah. Wow.
It held up for years.
And if Paul can keep you busy for a moment, I can grab myself another beer because I'm just about out. So I'll be right back.
Oh, for sure.
We can do that.
How old is that beer you're drinking, Paul?
This beer is at least 8 years old. Yep. At least 8 years old.
Taste any
wow.
Beer?
It still tastes exactly the way I would expect it to taste.
That's impressive.
Yep.
That's
clean, crisp, clear.
And what is
and that's the other thing is usually with Berliner Weisses, they do have yeast sediment if you mix it up a lot, right? And that's what puts a lot of that breadiness back into it. This is locked solid. Can you see how solid that yeast sediment, that yeast cake is?
That's insane. You know, I'm curious. I'm curious as to how it would have been if you had like taken the time to like really get all that going and drink that.
No, thank you. That's exactly the way it should look.
Generally, a beer with some sediment, I'll do a little shake and like finish it up. But yeah, that's a crazy amount of sediment. Rare, what the hell is going on with your camera angle?
That's pretty good.
He's very artistic.
I know it's like when it was before. It was like trying to fall down for some reason. Anyway, that was okay. There you go.
You missed it. You missed it. Here's the yeast sediment.
Sediment.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's nice and solid. And that delivers a beautiful, clear, non-funky beer. So, honestly, nailed it.
In the glass, it actually looks fine.
Yeah, in the glass, it's beautiful.
So nice. Really enjoying this beer, actually. It doesn't taste like beer, though. It's light and zippy and tart and clean.
Zippy?
And like I'm like, it tastes like
it's zippy. Really?
Yeah, very zippy.
Wow. That's impressive.
It's good beer. I think it's only 5%, which makes me angry, but I think that's what all it is.
This peachy beer is so goddamn peachy. It's fantastic.
Actually, that's funny. This beer doesn't have an ABV on it at all. It's got a lot of shit printed on it, but not an ABV.
Really? What's it called?
Berliner Weiss. That's it. Berliner Weiss. Tart cherry beer. North Coast Brewing Company.
You sure you only had it for 7 years? It's probably like 300 years, and
it could be at least a million.
Well, in Vietnamicron more.
It was sitting in the back of the dungeon with all the old beers, and I moved it to my parents' house, and it sat there for another few years. So it's old. It's old enough.
What brewery is it from, Paul?
North Coast. Established in 1988.
So it's from 1988.
There you go. That makes sense.
It's tart cherry, right?
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Looks like it's a 4.1% ABV.
Yeah, that makes me angry.
It's probably not anymore now that you've kept it 80 years. I'm sure it's a lot stronger by now.
One thing they could tell you, by the way, if you guys aren't used to American brewing companies and stuff like that, it's in a bomber. That tells you it's old. Because we don't do bombers anymore, which is sad.
Because, of course, me and Red Deer are from Canada.
I love bombers. I love when brewing companies would release bombers. Bombers told you it was an important beer. It's a special beer. It's a limited beer. You know, those kind of things. Like, I liked bombers for that reason. Well, but also, back in the day, bombers weren't crazy priced either. Like, they were $8.99, like something like that. Like, it was somewhat reasonably priced, but yet it was a higher price to let you know that this is special. You know, that kind of thing. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why people still buy 450 North, even though they shouldn't.
450 North is shit.
I know, and they pay. The last time I purchased a 4-pack from 450 North, I paid $47 for a 4-pack.
Holy fuck!
It hurt my soul, but I did it for a specific video that we had to have that flavor, and it was fine. But $47 for a 4-pack? Nah.
Yeah. In Canadian, that's like $175. It's bullshit.
Well, with the $47 would be about 70.
I hurt Red Beer's head there for a second.
Oh, that was funny.
Sorry. It's not that much.
Just so y'all know, King Cream Ale. This is from Saluki Brewing Company at Southern Illinois University. They're working in conjunction with with Ravinia Brewing Company in the city. So because the fermentation lab where students are learning to become brewers is working with an actual brewery, they get to have beers that they design on shelves before they actually graduate, which is really exciting for them. So this is
the Niagara Brewing College does some pretty good stuff like that too.
Yeah. So
I was going to say that
brewing lab.
Niagara Brewing College also does some pretty fucking terrible things as well.
Well, when I was there in 2016 at the Albino Rhino Brewery, this was the year after Paul was there.
The Albino Rhino Brewery.
That's what I said. Albino Rhino Beer Fest, sorry.
There you go.
Well, I'm sorry. I drank a couple of beers tonight. A couple. Anyways, so yeah, I remember tasting some Niagara College. This is beers.
The only problem when I went there to the
Beer Fest,
the Niagara College, people were tasting the beers and they were like, "It's amazing." I'm like, "Oh my!" They're like, "Oh my, wow!" I'm like, "This is a textbook beer made from a book. It's really, really good, and I really like it, and it's completely solid, but it's not wowing me. This is like a beer made from a book because you're in a college, and I expect nothing less." But they were not amazing.
Couple things.
No, you weren't there the year. Sorry.
No, I wasn't.
No, go ahead.
When I was there, somebody tried, like, there was like a male misogynistic asshole who tried to hit on one of the girls from, and he got kicked out. No, two of them got kicked out, actually.
You and who else?
Greg. No, it was just two random guys from Buffalo, apparently.
Oh, I'm sure Joe and somebody else.
Joe and Average Dad. Joe and Average Dad.
Yeah.
But I remember two guys got actually kicked out because one actually tried to grope them, from what I remember. Chad telling me.
That sounds like Joe.
Or Average Dad.
So, Southern Illinois University teamed up with Ravinia Brewing Company for this beer, and last year they teamed up with them for their Saluki-toberfest because their mascot is the Saluki. It's a type of long-haired dog, but yeah. And they did the Dog Pound Porter with Ravinia Brewing Company as well. Before that, they teamed up with Lazy Dog Brewing Company. With Lazy Dog, they actually did a really interesting beer called Time Traveler. So Lazy Dog does this thing for their mug club that's beers that are of a theme, and the theme was mad science. So for the team at Southern Illinois University, what they came up with was they used a 500-year-old yeast from Belgium. So Belgian yeast, you obviously immediately imagine the Belgian yeast qualities in a beer, right? They paired that with hops from New Zealand that were less than 50 years old. So they got these brand new hops, paired it with this yeast. You start out as a Belgian. It feels like a Belgian triple as far as the flavor goes when you start the sip. By the end of the sip, it's done this crazy dive bomb, dry hop, fruity nutso thing. So you have this Belgian falling into this crazy roller coaster of hop. They called it the Time Traveler because 500-year-old yeast versus 50-year-old hops. They did a really, really lovely job in making the balance and making this insane, thing that you're going on when you try the beer. I gotta say, Southern Illinois University is doing some pretty interesting things with beer. I don't know who's in charge of the situation over there, but they're really rocking the playing with beer and seeing what it can be.
Yeah.
So
they're
them pairing up with Ravinia, I've been very impressed so far.
So they're not like Niagara College. So they like try different things every year. Like it's totally different from the year before and the year before that and shit like that.
Yeah. They're
That's
doing
pretty
all
good.
sorts of stuff to see what beer can actually do while they're still learning, which I think is kind of great. I think that's an amazing thing.
I mean, I'd like them to try those Saudi Arabian beers with those, Bangladeshi beers.
I know, right?
If there is any. I was just joking. I'm kind of. I'm about 8/10. No, 6 out of 10 drunk. I'm good. I only got 2 bone shakers left. What was that noise?
That was me turning up my volume a little bit because you're quieter than the other two, and I have to be able to hear you.
Oh. Okay, how am I now?
I can hear you now.
Jesus.
Well, I am not talking loud because I live with other people. So.
Yeah.
That's why I turned up my volume instead of asking you to talk louder. I thought that would be rude.
Yeah. Paul Pabrunews, your screen on the StreamYard is the same thing, unless you're actually just staying there like that.
I'm just staying here like this.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You
really? You were just. That's some shit I pull off.
You were definitely frozen for a second.
No, I wasn't.
It was actually just like that.
I was just like that the whole time. I just got to, sometimes when you get comfortable, you just.
See, I was attempting to just start a Frozen thing, but I've got a dog that keeps like doing circles here, and a cat that'll move around. I can't pull that off. Damn you, Paul.
No, it just hit nice, so I figured I'd just keep it going.
How's Oreo doing? How old is Oreo?
13.
Fuck. He didn't look that old when I saw him.
How old?
13.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's a
Way.
small-ish dog. But very
He's a
nice
grumpy
dog.
old man.
I've met him once, and he's awesome. I love the dog.
Yeah. He'll say hi again.
No.
Aww. Get me the hell out of here. And of course, Moo Cow always just on the same spot every night.
I'm loving the cat so much.
Yep, Moo Cow. How old is Moo Cow?
I don't know for sure because she was a stray that I kind of saved, and she was anywhere between like a year and 2 when I got her, and that was that would have been like 2010. So
oh my god,
she's also in like the 13, 14-year-old range.
Yeah.
And Gandalf is like 3 at this point. I want to say he's
Really?
the young. He's the young.
0 when I met him.
He's the young piece of shit asshole that just fucking ruins everything all the time.
Well, that.
I love him, but he's a fucking piece of shit. Straight
what
up.
What does he do?
He just
knocks things over, fucking
scratches, pisses, knocks things.
Terrorize Moo Cow does not want anything to do with him at all. They get in the most ridiculous fights. Like Gandalf has claws. Like Moo Cow does not have claws.
Okay.
And like even Oreo. Like Oreo will be eating his food, and Gandalf will just like sit there and be like, "I like your." Oreo like, and chase out. I like it. And Gandalf will just like keep on doing it the whole time. Oreo's eating his food. Gandalf is just a shit disturbing piece of shit. That's what he is. I love him, but he's a fucking asshole.
I finally became single. And I took the house to myself. You know, I mean, the whole thing. And all of a sudden, this little gray kitten, like this tiniest little gray kitten, popped up on my porch. I'm like, where the hell did you come from, right? And I brought it in because why not? You know, it's a little gray kitten. It needs help, you know. And all of a sudden, it became a big old gray kitten. I named Twilight. And then I was like, okay, Twilight, you do your thing. You go in and out, you know, whatever. You do your own thing. That's what, you know, Gandalf the Grey does. You know, you do your own thing. I came home one day, and this kitten would get right between my two big dogs. Like big two coonhounds trying to eat, it would just right between them and eat too. Like it didn't care. It was like a dog. Like it would scratch on the door when it needed to go out to go crap. I'm like, all right, there you go out, and it would scratch when it came in. I'm like, all right, come in. It was cool. It would when it was little, motherfucker, it would jump on you all the way onto your shoulder, and it would sit there like a pirate. Like a parrot, that's what it would did. That's where he wanted to be all the time, right there. So even with a big cat, it would just sit there like this. Well, I went.
Do you still have that?
My cat Commodore that I had, he was my first ever, like when I moved out from home, my first ever my pet, and he was diabetic. So like going back to the whole like difference between dog and cat thing, being able to just leave a cat. No, if I wanted to go away, I had to bring Commodore to my mom's. Like he had to get 2 shots of insulin a day.
Of course.
And like and he lived for I want to say 7 years.
Yeah.
With the but he was the same thing. Like he had this thing where if he wanted to be picked up, he'd come up to me and like come up and like put his front paws like up on my leg. So I just like reach down and pick him up and put him, and he would just, until I was like, I've had enough of this, you're annoying me, get off of me. He would spend the entire day up on my shoulder if I let him, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a pretty, like, I get like personality. Like Gandalf does not like to be held. I pick him up and he's like, like I'm just betting. It's honestly hilarious, but
well, funny you say that, but with the one time I went to your place, Gandalf was like the most welcoming of your animals, surprisingly enough. He's the one that's. You remember he did? Yeah, I came to your place once, 2021.
Yeah, but I don't. But I don't. Did I? Did I saw Gandalf then?
Yes, you did. I think he was like brand new.
Yeah, he would have been still very kittenish.
Like, I think you said he was like 8 or 9 months. You had him for like 8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
Might have been. So yeah, and then I got there and I met Moo Cow and I met Oreo. Oreo, I loved it. And Moo Cow is just like, she's just there, but doesn't mind being a pet. And then the Gandalf is like Redbeard says, he hates everybody. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then during the night when I was falling asleep, he just sat right next to my face. I'm like, I've made peace with the cat, and he slept there until the fucking morning. I woke up, he was still there. I usually don't like cats, but Gandalf was like, well, I hate you, you hate me, let's be friends.
When I first got Gandalf, the first night I got him, it was so weird. I had him on the bed.
Yeah,
I'm like, let's go to bed, and expected him to like wander off in the night, whatever. And I woke up, and he was like right here, sleeping, and I was like, what the heck? Okay, I'm just not going to move. I'm just going to wait for him to move. Yeah.
Wow, there's a nose.
No, I'm trying to stay like mobile, like the Brunos. I mean, Paul. And not move.
I have spinal issues, so I end up sleeping in the recliner chair sometimes because it helps my spine. Last night I slept up in the bed, and honestly, I had to wake up 3 times during the night because the cats had snuck under the covers, and if I moved, I could have crushed them, and that was a problem for me.
Oh no! I gotta stop you right there for a second. Paul just texted me there on the Facebook message, whatever. Got to go anyway. Tell them I said goodbye.
Oh, okay, good to know.
No,
That was a little random, but
I know.
fine.
Sorry about that.
cheers, Paul.
Continue.
Cheers to Paul. Raise a beer.
All right, Pabru News.
Mm-hmm.
In Bernomicron lore, in Bernomicron lore, he's known as King Paul the Questionable.
Really, King Paul the Questionable. I feel like there are more names that could go along with him that are a little more apt.
In Bernomicron lore, he probably has like 1 million names. I know Redbeard has like 3.7 million names. I have like 4.5.
I swear to God, Ritter.
To be fair, as one of the few females who's doing the beer thing,
What beer like?
Paul has been an interesting character to get to know. I will be very honest about that. He has been an interesting character.
Yeah. Oh, I've known Paul since before I met Redbeard even.
So it's been about 2 years since I met Paul.
Yeah.
So
like because you started out reviewing beers on YouTube, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then, well, that's Guy, my best friend, who met Chad out of Niagara Falls in 2011, I think, or 2012. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm drinking beer, man. I'm sorry.
Got taken over by an alien. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Well, in Bernomicron lore, that's only happened once.
Oh my God.
Remove
the phrase in Bernomicron lore from your goddamn...
Fine. Okay, fine. Just Bernomicron.
Jesus Christ.
Bernomicron is, of course, the what is, what was, and what might shall be. I mean, the first one to show up in Bernomicron was actually, 4.3 trillion years ago?
Somebody drank all my beers. I'm going to grab another one and possibly kill myself at the same time.
Hold up. King Radar, you are a new one to me. I have not seen you before. I have not met you before. And you just belched in a way that made me think that the alien was coming out of your chest. So just...
No, it's coming out of the pipe back there. It's a Jeffrey Street.
So... I did a live stream earlier with Rod J, obviously, but
I know Rod J. He knows Guy and Nick, a bunch.
But see, I didn't know you, so I'm getting to know you while Beard's away. But
I'm not a beard tuber. I just hang out with Redbeard, who's a beard tuber friend of my best friend Guy, and I've known Guy since 2001.
I like the connection. So
and then he knows.
Though I'm a beer tuber, my husband follows the folks who do outdoorsy stuff, people who create their own life off-grid. He does all that stuff.
Like
so
campfires and how to...
That ties some of us in with them. But, we all have different connections, different situations. Yeah. And what kind of stuff do you do?
Absolutely nothing. No, I don't. No, it's like I'm a friend of Redbeard who has his own YouTube channel, and my best friend Guy, who I knew Redbeard from Guy. Redbeard, how long have I known you? It's like at least 2018, I think it was.
He stepped away.
He can still hear us.
No, I've taken you over because he stepped away, so I've taken you over. Sorry. If you don't have a YouTube channel, who are you? What's up? I want to know more about you because I'm interested in you.
I'm a French Canadian. That's pretty much it.
Do you speak French?
I only drink craft beer ever since my best friend Guy showed me craft beer. I used to be an alcoholic. I drank on average 15 or 16 James Reddies, which is a strong Canadian beer, every night, or two and a half bottles of red wine every night. Like I couldn't go to bed without that. And after that, it's like it was either AA and become fucking religious, which I'm not. And then all of a sudden, because I ended up in the hospital one day, this is October 14th, 2011. I remember it like it was yesterday. Like how I felt the day after I did one of those binges, it's like I never want to feel that ever again. Yeah. So all of a sudden, I only drank craft beer every once in a while. And my buddy, my best friend Guy, who's into that, it basically saved my life. So yeah, like I drink like this tonight, like once every week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
can I say how lovely that is that you've got your life back on track? I mean, honestly, so I lived a life with several people in my past who were alcoholic who did not get back on track. And the
family members?
Some. But the fact that you were able to sort out your situation and find a way, that's beautiful. And I applaud you for that. That's
thank you.
Not an easy thing
I don't give myself any credit. The thing is, I felt like it was the day after I did like that night before. I think it was like 2.5 bottles of red wine and a shot of like half whiskey wine or whatever. And then I woke up around 12 o'clock midday, and then around 4 o'clock I was going to eat, and then all of a sudden hypertension and really extreme anxiety showed up. And so I ended up at a hospital with like a heart that was beating at 190 sitting down. And like what I felt that day, what my body was like, I'd never want to feel ever again. And so when I got there, it's like the mental thing of like not wanting to feel that made me completely quit. Sometimes when I drink 2 days in a row, I can almost feel it coming. It's like, so I don't. So I don't feel blessed or anything. It wasn't me.
It's not about blessed. I'm taking that out of the conversation. Yeah. I'm saying your body told you a thing.
Yeah.
And you were able to wrap your head around what your body was saying. Perceive
it in a way that it's like my body told me don't do this, and I perceived it in the way that it was telling me. Like I don't think anybody else ever had that, or
but a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people who get hooked on alcohol can't take that moment and go, "Oh, my body is saying don't."
Yeah.
And at the same point, Redbeard is trying to show us his beer. So I will give him a moment to show us his beer.
I show my... Oh, what is that? Is it the...
Bop?
Bop from whom?
Who is that from? I can't read it. It's too small.
Dark Chocolate Imperial Stout.
Oh.
And it's...
Who is that from?
Oh, is that Bell House? Or... No,
yeah,
Bellwood.
Bellwood. The same thing I've been drinking like all night long. So yeah, it's
what's the IP that Bellwood has? I've drank it quite a few times.
Was that potentially? Wow, my camera froze for a second there. Hilarious.
I won't say the name, but I've bought it a few times. It's pretty good.
I do, yeah.
So yeah, basically my story is I've hung out with Redbeard and Guy a couple of years before that, and that's how I that's it. I don't have my own channel. And that's it. I've come up. Well, no, I did not come up with the Beer Nomicron. The Beer Nomicron fell on my lap.
And you're not over obsessed. No. So there we go.
What? Whoa! Is it guitar?
Oh shit!
Look at that.
That's rare for a fucking shot.
It was doing like a Guinness Cascade type thing. Holy shit! It's still it's dribbled out.
Oh, you have a beer channel. You over-reported.
It doesn't usually do. Like, look at it though. Like, oh my! And that drinking is.
I gotta take a wee I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, it's still like stop.
Beautiful, just so you know.
It's dribbling on my leg. My God.
But it was a beautiful pour, nonetheless. That was like a video-worthy pour.
Oh. Fuck it. It's dribbled all over my leg. I hate the world. But that's it. I took one drink of it and that's incredible. Like there's some kind of berry shit going on in there or something.
It sounds like we got an echo going.
No, that's Radar putting his goddamn headphones down too close to the microphone. He walks away.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. I have the weirdest setup ever. It's very homemade and custom, so I can sit on my couch and do this.
It's okay, I fixed it.
But
I muted Radar.
Nice. Well done. That's the thing that needs to happen sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, this beer is like, what the hell?
You joke about that's the thing that needs to happen. You brought him here. I didn't know him before.
Well, he was in my. We were hanging out in Discord before, and I hopped in. And yeah, he was just sitting there in Discord. I was like, "Fuck!" He's just sitting there in Discord. You know, he's a thing. You know. This beer is insane. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know what BOP means, but like,
bop. It means bop.
This beer's right bopping.
Here. Get close to your camera, and I'll boop you. Boop. See, it's bop. See, there we go. You've been bopped. That's a bop. I love that you're laughing just to make me feel better about myself.
No, that was the stupidest, cutest thing ever. Like, fucking, oh my god, you're pretty goddamn adorable, is what you are. That was great. That was.
I would love for my husband to hear that you said that, because he doesn't necessarily agree.
Well, then your husband's a psychopath. I don't even want to say.
I don't know if you've seen any of our videos, but my husband's in most of them, and he's like comic relief, just verbal.
No,
he's never on camera.
I'm sure I've seen. I'm sure I've at least seen you before.
No, you haven't seen him.
No, I'm sad. I'm sure I've at least seen you before, at least at one time in passing. But no, like now that I got your Imperfectly Me Crafts thing channel.
Well, my husband is the comic relief who makes me look stupid most of the time. That's what he does. That's literally, he won't go on camera and he causes me grief. That is literally how he works.
Nice.
So for me to cause grief to someone else and boop the camera and pretend that I booped your nose, well, that's the best I can do.
There we go. I feel honored.
If your nose was close, I would definitely boop it. If I was able, I would totally would. I don't have that ability, so this is the best I can do.
You do what you can with what you got.
That's true.
There you go.
But I love that the beer is treating well.
No, this beer is insane. Like, although I'm feeling it right now, this will be the
fifth for you.
This will be the last beer. I'm not less sober anymore.
Hey, me too. We're cool. Otherwise, I wouldn't have booped a camera pretending I was booping your nose. So.
Boopity doopity. This beer is so. I don't know what there's. It's got to have. See, if I was doing a review, this would lose half a point. Put your ingredient list. Like, it's so stupid that every food out there, you got a list of but beer, nah.
But it's
contains barley, oat, wheat, and rye.
I know, but the breweries aren't required, so therefore the ones that don't, you can't get angry at them. Because they don't want to pay extra for the text.
I can, and I do, and
but they're poor. Honestly, brewery owners are poor.
I don't care. The cost of that, like, it's going to be a few extra bucks. When you're getting that many labels printed and stuff, and you want to like, no,
when you're printing 1,000 labels is a lot.
No, that's what I mean. A few extra bucks overall is what I'm saying, because like they're going to cut you a deal or whatever, and it's no. There's no excuse to not. You know what? Soda City, a brewery here in Ontario, used to, up until recently, they put basically everything you needed to homebrew their beer on the label. And it was amazing. Like the malts, all the malts were listed, the hops were listed, everything. No. I have all the stuff I need to do it, but I haven't done it yet. But yeah, just like, and then Soda City doesn't list anything. It's like, what the, and they're a pretty big and they used to do,
well,
but they used to, for a long time. I'm pointing with the beer bottle now. That's, I'm serious. They used to have the whole thing where if you go online and fill your shopping cart with $100 worth of beer, free shipping.
Yeah.
And then during COVID, they said, "Oh, we can't afford that anymore," and they haven't re-implemented it yet. So you know what? They were my favorite brewery, and now.
Really?
Goddamn them!
And now I point beer bottles at cameras.
Oh, not Bellwoods. Bellwoods is kind of like, they have been for, I want to say, about 2 years now. Maybe they are my, like, they make such a cool variety of beers, and like this dark chocolate imperial stout.
Oh yeah, I didn't try that one.
Is outrageous. There's like berries or something in there too. It's
Which one is that? How's it called? Bellwoods?
It's called Beer Gives Redbeard an Orgasm Beer. It's BOP. Bob.
Oh, I need to end the stream if you're having an orgasm. I think YouTube will shut me down for that one.
Wait, are we live on YouTube?
It was only the words.
Are we
live
on YouTube? Are we live on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh shit! Well, forget everything you've heard of your Nomicon does not exist.
Well, darling, I have an adults only channel. It's all beer.
Okay.
So you're good. You're fine. The swearing is okay. It's all good. But if he has an actual orgasm, I think I might have a little trouble.
It was just a little one. It was just a little orgasm.
Welcome to YouTube. Oh shit.
That's okay. The little one.
Just a little.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
I didn't even notice. The exact.
Oh, didn't even notice. That's what she said too. That's not good.
There you go. I'm so alone.
For the jokiness, I'm going there, but just saying.
Well, what's the YouTube channel called?
You are on Imperfectly Made Crafts now. So my husband and I have a channel where we go to craft breweries. We show people what they get when they go there, and I make a handmade craft that is designed to go as a decoration for their brewery. So yeah, that's what we do. But honestly, we haven't posted a long form video since February because we both got hired as managers at different breweries since then. And we've been so busy that it's been impossible to post our long form videos. So,
well, because you're managers at different breweries now.
But we're coming back to it.
If you guys are wait. If you guys are managers at different breweries,
we are.
Are you like competing kind of against it a little bit? Like,
yeah. To an extent, but not that much. So his brewery specializes in smoothie sours. They focus on smoothie sours. And my brewery focuses on traditional beer. So there's really not a lot of competition.
Okay, wait. Like his brewery, they focus on smoothie sours.
Correct. So they do some traditional beers, like they have a hazy, they have a West Coast, they have a Vienna lager, they have an ESB, they have a wheat beer, they have like the traditional ones for sure. But 4 of their taps are always smoothie sours. So it's a sour base that they, pump the fruit into, and they create different flavors. It's
when you say they pump the fruit into it, so it's like an actual
puree.
Not well. This brewery I'm drinking, Bellwoods.
Yeah.
Their sour beer line is Jelly King, and they make a bunch of different varieties of that beer. Like I want to say that they've done like every variation you want to think of for a sour beer. They've done, and then they started doing Jelly Royale a couple of years ago. Which if you order them online, it's one of the ones you get it. It has to go. It has to go in the fridge.
Yeah,
because it is half jelly.
Yeah.
It is half Jelly King, and then half fruit puree.
Correct.
And that's what they do. Is that stuff? Because those smoothies are insane.
They're smoothie sours. They taste like you're drinking a smoothie, like a fruit smoothie, but it's a 5% ABV. 5.4, I guess, is the technical percentage. But the fruit is lovely. So he'll do a pineapple jalapeno, and then he'll do a coconut mango, and then he'll do what's the one he just did? It was not passion fruit. It was prickly pear and guava. So like he changes up the fruits, but the base is the same. So you get the same amount of alcohol, you just get a different fruit laid on top of it.
Yeah, that sounds exactly what Bellwoods is doing. And the one you said, the one they do is called fucking something piccata or something. But yeah, it was like a spicy mango one. Yeah. And I've had some, actually, what was the one? Cayman Kettle for Halloween the one year.
Mm-hmm.
Made a ghost pepper beer.
Oh, fuck.
I did not like that. I remember I did not like that one.
I literally messaged the guy and was like, I had met him before. I went there to visit a buddy, and I kind of know him, friends of him, and I'm like, dude, I will pay the shipping. And he sent me he sent me a crowler of it, and I drank it, and I believe it was a stout, and it was fucking.
That's not the same one.
Like I don't know, you know Scoville unit.
Yeah.
It was at least 500,000 minimum.
Okay.
Like it melted my face off. It was fucking stupid, but at the same time, it was so good too. Like.
So the brewery my husband works at, they have a sour base, and they put different things on top of that sour base to make their smoothie sours. So they did a pineapple jalapeno, and then they did a pineapple ghost pepper. So they had the two, and they didn't name either of them. They didn't have a name. It wasn't like on the menu. It wasn't a thing.
It was like to try it out.
My husband, being the taproom manager, had customers trying it to see like what the customers were responding to. So he had them trying the jalapeno. He had them trying the ghost pepper, and honestly, people were going more towards the jalapeno because the ghost pepper was insane. And ghost pepper is not nearly the spiciest that it could have been. It could have been Reaper and whatever else. But
in terms of like normal person palate, like ghost pepper is fucking like you can get to the Reaper and then the new King Carolina, or the Pepper X, whatever, apparently. But yeah, it's
Pepper
X. But like I would love to try both of those.
Yeah,
like that's Like, but especially having the pineapple added to it. I love me some pineapple.
It was a really interesting mix because it was sweet, but it was also before the pineapple was completely ripe. So you have a tartness on the pineapple before it goes into the spice. So you have a tart pineapple, not yet ripe, going into those spicy notes, and it was a whole different animal. We
need to like Facebook friend and shit and send you my address and you can like smuggle shit across the border for me and stuff.
Smuggling shit across the border is really expensive, just so you know.
Is it even possible?
You know what? Well, no, you know what? Like generally, it's not even a thing. You can just ship it and be like, yeah. Well, actually, a thing that I don't know if he invented it, but
oil. I have said I'm shipping olive oil to Shane's Craft Beer Reviews in Ontario before.
Okay, well,
I'm shipping soda that he did not have access to, like Spruckers sodas. I was like, yeah, this is Sprucker sodas. That's why I'm shipping these.
Yeah, that's all you do. Like, well, the funny thing in Canada, this huge country we're in, we're supposed to have complete free trade. And like complete between the provinces here in Canada, but no, like if you want to send beer, no, So a buddy of mine in Alberta that I trade with often enough, and if you don't know Canada, Ontario over here, Alberta way over here, yes, usually Dan, and you take we take like an empty pill bottle or something, and throw like a couple nickels or something into it. So when somebody picks up and shakes it. It's like shaky, shaky, shaky. Oh, shaky, shaky, and but like, So
bottle with nickels, really?
So just something in the container itself to make it so if they pick it up and shake it, the shaky sound will kind of override the sound of sloshy liquid. I guess like shaky, shaky. Oh, shaky, shaky. Okay,
it's you sent stuff to him like a lot, didn't you?
But if I tell
he sent more to me. Yeah, like I've sent a bunch of beer mails,
and you're in Illinois, right? Mallory, you're in Illinois, right?
Yes, I am. I'm in Chicago.
Well, from Red Beard to Dan's in Alberta is about 4 times the distance from us to you. That's how far it is.
Yeah. So I don't know how much you guys follow other Canadians, but Al Chafe, do you know Al Chafe?
No.
He does My Back Step. He does camping videos. It's like camping and outdoorsy stuff, and like he whittles his own spoons.
I watch Camping with Steve.
Oh, I know Steve.
I watch actually no camping. I fucking hate camping. So you guys.
My husband and I love camping, and we've gotten into some of the camping videos between Alaska and Canada. We've gotten into some of the campers or homesteaders. You know.
Do you watch Mav?
Huh?
Do you watch Mav?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the collabs that Mav did with camping? With Steve?
Not recently. I've been too busy with managing things.
No, it happened a little while ago. I'm sorry. I'm just keep going. I'm sorry. I just love how I don't know.
But
I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying hanging out with you and stuff.
I love that a lot of YouTubers know each other. That makes me happy on several levels. But Al Chafe is up in.
Ouch.
Oh shoot. So okay, both of you are from Canada, right?
Yeah, about a 4-hour drive from each other.
No, don't worry about the hour drive. I'm just saying you're both from Canada.
I could get to you in 3 hours easily.
With your car.
I grew up in Illinois.
Sorry.
I grew up in the Illinois school districts, U.S. school districts. I'm really good with European geography, but I'm not great with Canada. Honestly, they don't teach us that.
Really?
They don't. So, he is from as far east as you can go on Canada, but on an island. So what's the furthest east one for Canada?
So is he Canadian?
He is Canadian.
Okay.
He is 4 hours north of Maine. Where is he?
Okay, yeah, it would be New Brunswick.
But he's on an island, though? Is it PEI?
Prince Edward Island.
He's on an island, which means it took 4 weeks for the package I sent to him to arrive. So it took 4 weeks for that to get to him. And I told the UPS, FedEx, whoever I talked to, that it was soda.
There's three options.
Okay.
The 4-hour drive from Maine would be
North.
probably
Directly north.
Directly north from Maine would be PEI, Prince Edward Island, or northeast would be Cape Breton Island.
Maybe that one.
Which is part of like Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. That was it.
Okay, so if he's on the island, Nova Scotia is Cape Breton.
But it took him 7 weeks to get the stuff I sent to him. I sent him 2 packs of beer and a whole bunch of other stuff, including a whoopee cushion. I sent him a whoopee cushion. Because, who doesn't need a whoopee cushion? Everyone needs a whoopee cushion. But yeah.
I know people from that island, Cape Breton, that
Nova
never
Scotia,
need a whoopee
that was
cushion.
it.
They can sleep on a tree. That's what those people are.
That's a really long time to get there.
I know. It's only a 5-hour drive.
Apparently, the mail person came to his house, but he wasn't home, so they kept his mail. And then it took another week before they came to his house again, and he wasn't home, and they kept his mail. And it was 3 weeks before he actually got his mail.
Well,
but the post office kept it.
Sorry to stop. When did you send this?
I sent it
a couple of years ago, not long ago.
Hold on. I gotta think. This was right after we did our big Midwest tour. So this was August. I sent it, and he received it in end of September.
Like this August. Oh my God. Well, I don't know what went wrong there. I mean, like from Maine to.
No, it was from Illinois, from Chicago to.
Yeah. So from Chicago. I don't know why.
But it took him 7 weeks before he got the thing, and we were like worried that the post office intercepted it and was going to. We didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, it's probably because Cape Breton Island does not have a lot of mail.
Yeah.
Places to like.
Oh my God! You sound like the alien every time you do that. It's like I'm expecting a thing to pop out of your chest every time you do that.
What are you talking about? What are you guys talking about?
A lot of scary movies, and when you burp in the middle of a sentence, it throws me off, man. Gotta say.
Well, I'm not the master of that. Nick is actually pretty damn good at that. Nick, but I can actually talk and like interrupt for like half a second and then continue talking like
I know nothing. You can, but your listeners can't function past.
Oh yeah, they can. Oh yeah. Sorry, your listeners. Sorry about that.
No, I'm saying I am your listener right now.
Yeah,
and
true.
When you work in the middle of I can't function past that.
Oh, you just have to get used to it. I'm sorry.
I'm going to pee myself.
I have not met my husband yet. If you work in the middle of a sentence, I can't function past that.
I must go to the bathroom before pee goes over. This is so fucking ridiculous.
Sorry. It just comes out. It's like I don't even know it's coming, man.
And King Radar, I need to know your actual name.
It's Vincent.
Vincent. It's lovely to meet you. I'm Mallory.
Mallory, nice to meet you too. I knew that. I kind of thought that Mallory might be a real name, but no, my real name. I was born in '83. Was Vincent Fournier. I'm French. I know 4 languages, so it's.
It was Vincent what?
Vincent, last name Fournier. 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 It's French. But if you look online,
Alice Cooper. It's an awkward last name to have, honestly, isn't it?
Fournier is a very popular French Canadian name, Quebec name.
Wait, what does it mean?
Fournier. It's just my last name.
Okay.
Oh, if what does it
Fournier.
mean? Oh God, you'd have to go to the up to the 700s or 800s where Fournier was a fourreur, a guy who fourreur used to make metal with our four, which was like a metal oven.
Okay.
And a Fournier was the guy who actually made metal out of our four, or Fournier.
Okay.
Which
It was FOU, not
FOURNIER.
Okay.
FOURNIER.
FOU makes a huge difference because
Yeah.
I studied French in high school and FOR meant a different thing. So I was like,
what does it mean over there?
I was like, where are you going with this FOR thing?
FOR for. But do you know Alice Cooper? You know Alice Cooper.
Of course.
So his real name is Vincent Fournier as well.
It is. It is.
Yeah. However, his last name does not have the U.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually because Michigan, when he was born in actually the Detroit area, I think.
Right.
And it was basically Fournier was like renamed Foreigner or whatever his name is. So
right.
Basically, I'm probably related to the fucking guy. So his name is Vincent Foreigner, and I'm Vincent Fournier. And my mom didn't even know who Alice Cooper was when I was born. So. Yeah.
So my husband was born in Detroit.
Yeah. What's his last name?
But he's German,
Okay.
so he is a Houghton, which is actually a British last name, but his family was German. I don't know how that works.
Horton?
Houghton, Houghton.
QUN?
Hough. Ho. TON.
Houghton. They probably pronounce it Houghton nowadays, but in German it's like
no,
Houghton.
they did it in Germany, but over here it's Houghton. It's
Houghton,
not
yeah.
Houghton.
Huh.
Yeah, I know it's.
I've heard it. There's a hockey player with that last name.
That is true.
Here where I am in North Bay, my current boss for my job, his last name is Seguin, which is spelled SEGUIN.
Yeah, because the U is French sound.
Yeah, but like where I grew up in Perry Sound, a bit south.
Yeah.
It's Seguin.
Yeah, because they totally more English than they were.
Yeah, because there's literally the Seguin River. So everybody there with the exact same spelling of the last name is Seguin, but here it's Seguin. It's so fucking weird how languages work, I guess, overall.
And then people like local governments actually want you to change the government.
You know what? My last name is McEwen. MCEWEN.
Well, that's not true. In Benomicron lore, your last name is Pork.
You burn in a fire, you weirdo. But here in North Bay, there
is McEwen, right?
Yes.
Are you Scottish?
I'm like
there's McEwens in Scottish.
Yeah.
In Scotch.
I'm kind of half and half. My Thompson, Irish on my mom's side.
Irish on one side. You told me that.
I'm Skyrish. I fight with myself constantly. It's good times. But
so, as much as I am, my last name is Payne, Payne, which was a fake spelling they came up with at Ellis Island at some point. I'm a McReynolds of the Scottish clan, the McDonalds. So I'm of the Scottish clan, McDonald's. And then my great-grandfather married a full-blooded Comanche woman. So I'm Native American and Scottish.
Nice. Go ahead, Rare.
So you're 1/10. You're 1/10 Iroquois. What was it?
Comanche.
Comanche. Isn't Comanche from like the desert?
My father's grandfather was straight up Scottish. A McReynolds of the McDonald clan.
Right.
And he married a Comanche woman who did not have a proper last name because that's not how they functioned. But I'm Scottish Comanche. And then on my mother's side, I'm Polish French. So I have Polish,
Really?
French, Scottish, and Comanche all mixed up.
But are you related to Max Payne?
Who?
Not Max. Come on, Max Payne.
Yes, I'm also Major Payne. I'm also Dr. Payne. I'm also all of the things, like a dentist with the name Payne who comes out with a power drill and says, Lieutenant.
There you go.
You know,
Nice.
like I do all the Payne things. I was a teacher for 7 years with the last name Payne, if you can imagine that. So, yeah. Having
All
the
right,
name
teacher
Miss
Payne, don't hit me.
Having all of your students call you Miss Payne in a school setting, just imagine that for a second. I've been through literally everything you could possibly dish.
You.
In fact, my high school students, I told them if they could come up with a joke about my name that I hadn't already heard, I would give them an A on a test. Bonus A, no matter what test it was, they could pick. I said, if you can come up with a thing for me that you think I haven't heard already, I'll give you an A.
Well, how about the Los Angeles Chargers equals Pain? You never heard of them. I'm sorry, because I'm an NFL fan, and every time I watch an NFL game from the formerly San Diego Chargers, now LA Chargers, when they play a game, it's Pain. Fuck.
Yep.
That probably wouldn't count anyway.
I'm just thinking being a kid and my English grade 10. I had a sexy teacher.
Well, you don't.
And that was the only one that if you were a teacher,
yes,
you'd be remembered. Kind of. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah. You're.
So I was a teacher with hair down past my thighs. Actually, my hair was almost knee length. Nearly.
Oh my god!
Really?
Yeah.
So you were like extra kind of almost like mysterious, sexy teacher kind of thing going on.
No, I was just normal teacher with super long hair, but when I started being a teacher, my first year teaching, I heard about a thing called St. Baldrick's. Are you familiar with St. Baldrick's?
St. Baldrick's?
St. Baldrick's is a charity that they convince people to come to a place and shave their head for charity. So
yeah.
There's a few of those here.
People donate to see you shave your head, right?
Yeah.
So I got people donating for me to shave my head. My hair was past my thighs, so it was 37 inches the day I cut it.
Holy shit.
So, 37 inches is a lot of hair. It was almost to my knees, not quite, but it was pretty close. So, I convinced a lot of people to raise a lot of money for this charity. It was St. Baldrick's, and my principal at the time, my first year teacher, very first year, I was 23, I think, at the time. He told me that I couldn't shave my head because it would be disruptive to the classroom.
What?
Okay.
What?
Did he say why?
And we had 2 male teachers at the school who were also bald, and that wasn't a problem, but a female teacher being bald was a problem. So I chose actively not to tell him that his 9-year-old son was gay, and then I left that school. So he had a rude awakening coming. He just didn't know it yet. But his 9-year-old was fucking gay as hell. So
I mean, good for him.
No, just the way you said that. He was fucking.
Coming that I wasn't part of, but either way, he wouldn't let me shave my head to raise money for children's cancer research.
Yeah. That was so good.
Therefore, I did not tell him about his 9-year-old son choosing all the pink bracelets instead of all the other things. So, he had a rude awakening with his son.
Well, how did that?
That's besides the point. Either way, I went to another school, and I still didn't do it because I wasn't. As a white female, I wasn't confident in myself enough to shave my head. Like, that didn't feel comfortable for me, so I didn't do it. But being with my husband now, when I got with him and I realized that, hey, screw all the rest of the world. I have a human who loves me. I'm in a comfortable position. I can do this.
No, I got your back. I got your back.
Yeah.
I did this just for you. That's
bullshit. You did it for me because you were getting bald, asshole.
But it took me a long time to be comfortable with not having hair. So once I decided to do it, and my husband decided to do it with me, which was even better because he had 17 inches, I had 37 inches, so of hair to donate. So we went and did the thing, and we did it at a brewing company because we're brewery people. So. It was super fun. We raised $24,000 that day.
Nice.
Just like your hair a bit.
And I'm 37 inches. That happened.
That's awesome.
That principal, I hope he had a rude awakening when his son Max came out to him.
Oh, so you don't know
Max
what happened?
I loved Max, but honestly, his dad had no fucking clue what was coming.
He was like a Republican guy-ish guy.
Yeah, he was an interesting guy for sure.
I'm a Baptist church. My son will never be gay.
It did not go well for him once his son came out. So I stayed out of it. I left the town. I was gone. So,
good. What?
But he did not have an easy time of it, I'm sure.
Nice.
But I knew it long before he did. Just saying.
That's fine.
Is that Mukau I'm hearing?
Huh?
No, I can hear Mukau on Red Beer's.
It's not my cats.
No, yeah. It's Red Beer. It's Mukau.
Yeah, she's needy sometimes.
It's like, it can be 4 days. You
that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Mukau. 14-year-old cat looks like she's 12.
Yeah. She's a baby. Look at that face with the little nose. Oh, it's so cute.
But she has like the Hitler nose, though.
I know she has a Hitler nose.
I remember Mukau being like, when I was there, what's that? Oh my God, is that your former hair?
If I can get it to play, actually.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that
is like past your ass.
I know. I had a lot of hair.
Because that reminds me of a girl from.
I gotta mention that's like I gotta mention just like you know.
That was
what's beyond the hair is, you know, Jesus Christ.
A very good person. My good voice. And that really knows voice.
Holy fuck. I look with no hair.
How much did it weigh? Did you tell me how much your hair weighed after the...
You know, no one told me how much it weighed, but I have hair now.
At least 3 pounds.
Wait.
At least 3 pounds.
This is my husband, Chew.
Hello there, Mr. Chu.
Hello, hand.
I don't know how actively you guys have seen our channel, but my husband doesn't come on camera because he's
Well, we were summoned here by Paul, so we don't know.
So, he has a crazy long handlebar mustache, and like he can do multiple circles in it and all sorts of crazy stuff. But he won't come on camera.
I can't do that. My hair grows like half an inch every 17 years.
Well, we'll fucking tell him to get off his ass and get that fancy mustache in here.
No,
it's so fancy.
Maybe the Bearnomicron does not want him to show up.
Shit, he's putting his butt in instead.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, in Bearnomicron lore, that usually shows a sign of like not wanting to show him.
Don't get in the screen. So this is Redbeard.
Yes.
So he's a friend of PA Paul News.
Oh. Okay.
And King Radar is also a friend of PA. So
Well, I'm never known as King Radar. I'm just Radar.
Well, you said King, so you threw me off.
I never said King. It's just written there.
It's lit. You typed that.
Yeah.
Well, I typed that because I was like, I don't know what I was getting into, but I'm usually just Radar or Vincent in real life. I know I'm French. I know 4 languages, and that's about it.
I thought that was Mike for a minute.
So, my husband exists in my videos as a hand.
Hello there, Mike. Or Chew.
Chew.
Is it Chew or Chew?
So, yeah, he exists as a hands. Actually, one of my craft videos, when I was using super glue, he wasn't supposed to help me, but he helped me with the super glue, and he super glued his hand to a table. What? That was really awkward.
I'm sorry.
If I was recording this right now and I had a pause speaker, as he was walking away just now, he was like in frame for like a fucking
just a smidge.
His ass was about in frame for 4 seconds.
Okay.
It was that was well
I will admit, if you go back through our videos, you can see times where I like scanned the whole bar and he happened to be sitting somewhere in the room. But I didn't say it was him. So no one knows
He's
him.
there.
So like he's been in some of our videos, but he chooses not to be on camera, which is fine.
That's fair enough. Yeah,
personal prerogative.
So,
I don't mind.
I'll check all the videos and probably. Oh my God, there's Nick and Guy. What the fuck were they doing in Illinois, 2019?
The one for Wild Onion is the one where you can see him best. So yeah, the Wild Onion video is the best. But I mean,
I love how you just.
That's not true. The live stream at Lagunitas in when we were up in Wisconsin. The live stream was the worst because I was looking out the window and I turned and he was right there and I effed up and I totally had his like right there face in the camera. I totally effed up that day. But it was a live stream, so we were screwed. So yeah. That was fun. So yeah, I caught him on a live stream once, but either way. He chooses not to be on camera because he's an introvert who doesn't want to be on camera, and that's fine. He's usually
that's okay. He's probably a former, special service soldier that he did not tell me about.
Electrical engineer.
Well, that usually means introvert. He was a SEAL 17 and doesn't want you to know about it.
Electrical engineer who is an introvert.
Electrical engineer. So he's the one that went to 3 Mile Island and said, "No, this is not going to work."
Who is this Brian person? There's someone commenting.
What?
Growing up, who's commenting on my hair? I'm like, what the hell?
Somebody named Brian.
Brian.
Commenting what?
Hello there, Brian. I am from Canada, and so is Redbeard or Beard.
Well, I'm just going to say hi, Brian, and see what happened. But I will say, by the way, being a woman who has shaved her head bald, because I did, on camera.
I need to shave mine, actually.
There's a lot of creepy people out there.
Oh, dude. I mean, there's Guy. Sorry, Richard.
I spent several weeks chasing off people who were like, "When are you gonna shave again? When are you gonna shave again?
Oh,
when are
Jesus.
You
Well, you know what? All you need to tell them is like, oh, I'm not going to shave again. Go fuck yourself. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. It was, and people offering to pay me $5,000 for the hair that I shaved off, and I'm like, no, I don't need.
Well, after you shave it for them, you say, I'm not going to do it again. Go fuck yourself.
No, you know what you need to do. You need to have a cat you brush. You find $5,000. Yeah, here, you have some cat here.
Yeah. I'll just give him dryer lint from the dryer.
There you go. Nice.
Do you want me to go there? I'll bring my bat. I mean, I used to be a really good baseball batter guy.
But no, I definitely got a lot of creepers after the head shaving thing. Like, I still get messages from people that are like, when are you going to shave your head again? When are you going to shave your head again? When are you going to be bald again? Oh my God. It's like...
Do you forget where you live?
It's upsetting.
Because here in Canada, you wouldn't get that.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. But not right away. You know what I'm talking about? She isn't right away. In Canada, there are those people, but they're usually in Alberta, so they don't know about craft beer.
Yes.
Her name is Alberta. She lives in Vancouver. She's my girlfriend. Lives in Canada. No, oh sorry.
But Vancouver and British Columbia and Ontario and where we live in Manitoba.
Tell me you guys have heard that song.
What?
Have you heard that song?
The what song?
My girlfriend who lives in Canada.
Yeah.
Shit, her name is Alberta. She lives in Vancouver.
What?
He called her Vancouver, and he was like, no, her name is Alberta. She lives in Vancouver. She's my girlfriend who lives in Canada. It's a joke amongst Americans that his girlfriend lives in Canada, so that's why he's not dating anyone.
So, no? Do you want to prove what we never heard? Look at his face. I've never heard of that one.
So... That is a Broadway musical. That is a Broadway musical called Avenue Q. A Broadway musical called Avenue Q.
Yeah.
Gay gentleman was trying to convince everyone that his girlfriend lived in Canada, and he messed up in the song saying that her name was Vancouver, and he's like, no, she lives in Vancouver. Her name is Alberta. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing
I think
something.
You'll get a kick out of it, just so you know.
It's just, here in Canada, it's like, oh, I got a girlfriend in Alberta, but you're from BC. I don't care. It's like, yeah, but she's like the deep south of Canada. Because Alberta literally is the deep south of Canada.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't work here. It probably worked there. It would never work here. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but Americans aren't taught Canadian geography. We are taught where Iran is. We are taught where Russia is. We are taught where China is. We are taught where North and South Korea are. And then we are taught where the British Islands are.
Yeah.
That is all we are taught. We're not taught the other things.
Oh my God.
So Canada is literally an unmapped country for Americans.
Even though it's like 4-hour drive from where you live. Oh my God. I know more about your country than the average American.
I gotta say, my husband is yelling from downstairs, unless you live in Detroit. So he grew up in Detroit. And he's saying, then you learn Canada. But where I grew up, we did not learn Canada. We learned...
but you're in Illinois!
We learned Russia, we learned China, we learned Korea, and we learned... That was it. Honestly. We don't learn any of the countries in Africa. Honestly, Congo, I have no idea. No,
I know. I know. Hey, right there, I know.
No, that's it.
I'm sorry if I have to laugh, but
you can't.
Where I used to live from 2017 up to about 5 months ago. All of my it was a communal home. Like I was in one room and there was like 8 other rooms. All of them were from Congo or different variations of Congo, because I live right next to the French-speaking college here in Ottawa, Canada, and they all speak French, right? Yeah. So for 4 years I lived with these people. It's like
it was always a blast to hang out with Radar, to be like, oh hey, we're watching something playing in, and you can just hear
the noise. But they were good people, most of them anyway. Yeah. But they were loud as fuck. But anyways, what was I gonna say? I forgot. I'm totally plastered. How you doing?
Nice. But it's kind of a thing, because as an American, we are not taught Canadian geography. That is not a thing that I ever was taught. I learned it on my own, and even now I second guess myself.
So you know about Quebec?
Say again?
Quebec? Do you know about Quebec?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And?
As Celine Dion.
Jeez. I was born in Quebec, which is like...
My heart will go on.
Well, I know 4 languages. Do you know what those 4 languages are? Because
you've mentioned that like 15 times now. You won a goddamn award?
She doesn't know. God. I've already won awards for this, yes.
Je parle français.
I speak French, English, bad English, and bad French. Because I was born in Quebec and lived in Ontario. So I even know what?
Hablo español.
Oh, hablo español, sí.
See?
Yep. That's it. That's all I know. I'm not Spanish. But did they teach you that? Even though you live 6 hours from Canada, they teach you español?
So we had the choice at the school that I was in. We had the choice to learn German, French, or Spanish. I chose French. And I learned French.
Okay, so you can talk to me.
My Spanish is passable. From the other jobs that I've had over the years, I've had to learn Spanish to work with my coworkers. But my French is actually fair, but I'm a little rusty.
That's okay. I can teach it. I'm pretty good.
But I was also a music major in college. I was a singer. Oh, wow. There's people. Alex, the beer master, and FLX want to join us, so I'm going to add them.
Who's Alex?
I know of Alex, the beer master. Hello, Alex, the beer master.
I know of a red beard.
What?
Joe tells me many stories. Joe tells me many stories.
Oh God, you've talked to Joe. Oh fuck me. God.
I'm Joe's cousin.
Rich, you look like him. Holy fuck.
FLX beer. I've heard of it. I know.
Yeah. I've messaged like Nick and stuff. Yeah.
So you know Nick and Guy?
I know Nick.
Okay, he doesn't know me.
I'm cousin with Joe, so I'm like anything Joe knows.
Yeah, so Average Joe.
I know Mallory.
So Average Joe, who is the son of Average
let's
Dad.
say Mallory. It's nice to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you in a
Nice to see you too, Alex.
Cheers.
Holy fuck. So you know Average Joe?
Yeah.
Called Average Joe? I haven't seen
he hangs out with us all the time.
Really? I've seen the guy twice.
You're talking about legendary Joe from the Beer Patrol.
Yeah. I've seen the guy twice, 2016, 2019.
So
Albino Rhino.
Me and my co-host Mike, we hang out with Joe all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
We're about an hour and a half apart. Joe's in Buffalo. We're in Rochester. So
you're like closer to me than Average Joe is.
Oh, probably.
Rochester. I'm in Ottawa. I'm like
okay.
Drive from there.
Yeah, I love Joe. Joe's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah, I love Joe too. He should wear more. What was it, Red Beard? Like more
tassels.
No, more
tassels.
He says.
like Navy uniforms or whatever.
Hey Mallory, Hey Mallory, I keep forgetting to send you the link on my live stream on Thursdays. I've been wanting to do
in
that.
fact, Redbeard, I think we may have played with
It
each
is.
other on PGA.
You can send me
On
the link
Steam.
on live streams on
Yeah, something
Thursdays.
like that. The golf
However, you
game?
know that I do Rod J. Rod J happens at 7, and I'm stuck in that until after. But
I know. I can send you a link
you
on
have a
Instagram.
live stream. I will do that.
I can send you.
Alex is confused because Rod usually joins his stream after.
No,
after
no,
party.
no, it's not.
Rod was a sleepy man today.
But no, I do
You
send you
look
on Instagram. I need to do that, but I keep forgetting to do that. So when you're done with the Rod J, I can do that. But I keep
If
forgetting.
you send me a link, I'll come over for sure. Because you have no idea what happened
I'll be
today,
right back.
Alex. Alex, today, when Rod J and Todd ended the live stream, they had to teach me how to use the live stream to make a space for Redbeard on Radar because I did not know how to do it.
That's okay.
So if you know how to do it, I won't have to, and I can just come to you. I'm
You
okay
can-
with that. I'm just saying I
You've
had to
been on-
figure out how StreamYard worked, and I
You've
didn't
been
know
on
how.
my channel. You've been on my channel personally, right?
I know I have, but it's been a while. So I have to
It's been a
think.
month,
'Cause
yeah.
Rod J, when he was closing out, he was like, "Hey, you carry on." I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't know how to carry on." He literally had to teach me how to use StreamYard tonight.
Well, you'll get used to it.
And she did, and she got it. She's a master now.
And to be fair, I was like 5 beers in, so it was a little rough, to be honest.
Do that. Hey,
did my
Redbeard,
best.
hey, Redbeard, I haven't seen you.
You
in a
did
while.
okay. You did okay.
Hey, Redbeard, I
I'm
haven't
super
seen you. in a
glad
while.
y'all are here. Oh shoot, there's another one. Who's Chattio?
Legendary
Yeah,
Chatter,
yeah.
that's a friend of ours. Legendary Dan and Legendary, Chadio and Dan are friends. I'm friends with them.
Yeah, I know Redbeard though.
You're
Like,
good. And
hold on,
Redbeard, I met him
hold on.
before.
I'm gonna try and get it. What's been going on in the world?
No, you gotta breathe in. It's
Okay.
Yeah,
There we go. There we go.
It also works if you're
Cheers, my friend.
it
Cheers.
also works if you're encountering a random pterodactyl. You can be it works.
Nice.
It's-
Cheers, man. Cheers.
You sound like a T-Rex trying to make it bad. Cheers.
Hey, Redbeard. Redbeard, I've had you on my channel once or maybe twice. A long time ago. Long time ago.
Oh no, I remember you, Alex. I bet you before, man. Cheers.
It's funny.
Yeah,
It's
I
funny
have
because
met you. That's why I remember you. Yeah, exactly.
if you go based on what Joe says, here's what Joe says: Redbeard, crazy dude; albino rhino, super crazy dude; Nick, crazy dude. He's just like all the Canadians, they're crazy motherfuckers. Like that's Joe's thing.
I'm happy that I'm not a super crazy dude like albino, I guess. I'm just a crazy dude.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just crazy.
Oh, boys, hold on, listen up. It's on my channel, so hold up a second. Chattio, what are you drinking?
I had plenty of beer, so I'm drinking sparkling icy.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry.
By that.
I
That's
had,
okay. It's forgivable because
I
rehydrating
drank
is
plenty
important.
of I had an Avery Nordic hazy IPA. I had like a bunch of theirs.
That's fair. Rehydrating is super important. FLX, what are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking the Captain's Mix, which is Genesee Specialty Ruby Red Kolsch mixed with Genesee Specialty Tropical Pineapple Kolsch.
Cool.
Genesee at Rochester, New York. So you mix the two, and it's
Fantastic.
officially the Captain's Mix.
And how's it tasting for you?
It is tasting like summer, and I am getting into fall, and I want to relive summer, so it's okay. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I hate fall too, Dan. So
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And Alex, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I'm not drinking anymore now because I've been drinking for the past couple hours. on my channel, but this was the beer I finished off on your channel, which is it's a little dark. It is Forgotten Boardwalk, and it's right there, my friend.
Forgotten Boardwalk.
Boardwalk. Hold it a little higher.
Forgotten
Gravity
Boardwalk.
Road.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's a 10.3. So I'm done drinking for the night because I'm feeling a little bit too buzzed and I'm not getting myself sick. That's not fun.
Me too. And I got training in the morning, so
Yes. So, but I had to join your stream because you haven't done this in a while, the live stream version.
It's been a little while because
Mallory,
I
like
don't
the
know how to
glass?
use
Well, you've been
StreamYard, but otherwise, yeah.
No, you're still doing your, review stuff.
Mallory, like the last one?
Glass. Oh, FLX has a hot butcher glass.
There we go.
Hot butcher stuff's good. That stuff's good. Hot butcher, freaking delicious.
What the?
we quadrupled in size.
But actually, Mary, I'm probably going to be leaving because I'm going to sober up now because I'm a little freaking buzzed. Hate the feeling. I'm a little hungry. And I got to get something to eat.
Hey, Alex, that's
yeah.
like the 5th time I've heard you say that, just so you know.
Well,
I know. A fifth time or the first?
Wow.
Wait a
It's
minute.
like the fourth time we've heard it.
Time I've heard you say that.
Wait a minute. What did you say?
I feel like it's better now. Every time Alex gets sober, he needs to separate from Mallory.
No, Mallory's on my channel once. That's
Oh,
I could
the
stay
pattern
on
has been set.
hours, but
Mallory, you're a bad influence for Alex.
no,
Just,
no, she's not. I've already been buzzed. It has nothing to do with her.
I'm making my own dimples because I don't have them. There we go.
Keep it up, Mallory. I'm freaking.
Yeah,
freaking
I dig in there.
But no, I will definitely join your stream again. But I wish I had more beer in my glass here, but I'm not going to do that more because I'm a little buzzed.
well, you got to work tomorrow, right?
No, I don't have work tomorrow. I just don't want to be drunk. No, I don't.
And you're
I got work. I got about 5 minutes.
You have to understand. I've been drinking since 8 o'clock.
AM?
No, I joined Rod J's live
Alex,
stream.
you are a legend, sir.
No.
Really having
Since-
Mallory, did you catch Rod J last night, who we interviewed?
I did not. I was at work. Unfortunately, I couldn't
He
be a part of
interviewed
it.
the head brewer.
So,
of-
Mallory, I'll see you soon, my friend. And I'm going to be leaving.
Have a good night, Alex.
No.
Well,
my
Alex,
Good day there, Alex, the beer master. I'm Radar from the Beer Number Ground.
Anytime, my friend.
See you
Cheers.
tomorrow, buddy.
Join my channel too. I'll be doing my come have a beer with Alex around 8 o'clock.
I might actually go to the West soon, actually.
So
Yeah.
cheers,
We're
everybody.
going to Chicago.
Cheers,
and
Alex. We'll see you tomorrow. No, I brought the
Well,
peanut butter milk stout
whoosh.
to Beer Man's live stream last night, and I kind of gave it a 75. And about 10 minutes later, I clicked on Rod J's. He was interviewing the head brewer of Left Hand. I was like, "Oh crap!" And I'm like, I saw it in my hand. I'm like, I'm sipping on
Hey,
and they're all talking. It's not up my alley. I don't like the peanut butter milk stout.
Mallory, I don't enjoy the passive aggressive pour without the details. What's the beer?
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I was giving Chad a chance to talk, but
Okay.
this
Damn it,
is
Dan.
Diversity Station. This is a juicy pale ale, sessionable pale ale. Sorry.
Nice.
I won bronze medal at the Great American Beer Fest in 2022 from Ravinia Brewing Company. And it is super grapefruit forward with a super dry close. It's almost like a Chardonnay. It snaps shut when you're sipping it. Like all of your taste buds close at the same point. It's very, very sharp for the dry close.
Right on.
Quite nice, but
Nice.
Honestly, grapefruit is not my fruit of choice. I would go with a Medusa or a
Okay.
what's the Sultana or
Okay. So for me, I love grapefruit. Obviously, the Ruby Red Kolsch.
So does your cousin.
grapefruit's not my closer. It's never my closer, but this one did win a bronze, so It is quite good.
Okay.
Nice, but the
Nice.
sharp close is a little harsh on me.
Okay.
Nice.
But I didn't want to take away from Chad while I was pouring, so I gave you
Ah,
a
okay.
visual walnut.
No, you're fine. Sorry. I crapped on that beer from New Belgium, and literally 20 minutes later, Rod J was interviewing the head brewer of New Belgium. And all I could do is just go in that chat and say, "Hey, Gary, thank you so much for bringing great beer to Denver." And I'm like, "Shit."
Yeah,
most of the beer,
slightly awkward.
most of La Tanda's good beer. They do a lot of nitros and stuff, and I respect that. But it was just that peanut butter milk stout. I'm like, and he even admitted that they did use a lot of like extract peanut butter flavor, but they did put actual peanut butter and peanuts in it too. What's up, Dan?
So I do gotta say, right now, from my perspective, Redbeard has just had a come to fucking Jesus point with that beer.
I think he's staring at that glass like.
Well, he's probably plastered as fuck. First of all.
Listen, he stared at that beer like it gave him the fucking life advice.
I've seen him. I mean, I'm one of his Beer Omicron brothers. No,
okay, all right.
He's never done that before, except for what was it? I don't remember. It was like 1,700 million years.
Because, listen, the way he is acting right now is the same fucking experience I had.
The Bellwoods Red Beer?
Listen. I had that same fucking experience with a barrel aged stout local to me. I was like, every step I was just like, oh, this is so good.
In Rochester?
Oh my god, it's so good.
In Rochester?
I'm so mad it's gonna be gone.
Dude, you're only like 4-hour drive away from me. Rochester, New York. Fuck.
It was this was kind of special. This was insane.
Okay, I could tell.
Show it again.
Right.
Show it again. Show it again.
Let's see the follower cam.
No, hold it up again. It was really, really.
Oh, it's a BLP from Bellwoods.
Yeah.
Bellwoods is a brewery not far from him, but which
I know what Bellwoods is. Yeah, I've seen the shit.
And their Jutsu IPA is actually pretty damn good.
Though I will say more often than not with Bellwoods, a lot of the things that show up here in our bottle shops are more like sours and stuff like that.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Run hard.
We gotta head up once she gets back because it's late. I got major training.
Chad, I'll say goodbye for you if you want to leave.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful to the host.
You're good.
I do have to go because I didn't realize that I'm in Mountain Time, so it's
I got you, bro.
12:20 a.m. I've got training in 6 hours, so I gotta get going.
So you're Mountain Time. You're in Colorado or whatever.
I'm in Colorado.
All right.
I'm in Denver, so yeah.
Denver. I've been through there.
All right, Chenny, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll pass on the word, my friend.
All right. Cheers, guys. We'll see you
Go
soon.
Islanders.
Well, hello there.
Go
I am
Islanders.
Radar at the Benomicron. That's Redbeard.
Yep.
Woo!
Woo! Go Islanders.
Then Flex Peer Review. The cousin of fucking Average Joe.
Hey!
Average Joe. Fuck. Hey,
Listen. Here is Joe. Here's my heart. And Joe just meshes with it. I love Joe.
So
And Joe loves me.
Average Dad, who is Average Joe's father, Average Dad, is he like your uncle?
No, average dad, average pops.
Are you talking about Average Pops?
Average Pops, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bro.
Average Pops.
Dude, yes.
Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I just
In fact, there was a point after Joe had his heart surgery that I went in. Listen, After Joe had his heart surgery, I went in every couple hours and checked his pulse to make sure he's still alive.
What did that happen? It's like a whole bunch of us in Canada. Like, where the fuck is he? Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
well, now he's good, right?
Yeah, he's good now. He's had some iterations with his health, but he's been good. He's had it depends on the readings because there's certain things he can't do now or take now because of the new artery.
Right.
Oh fuck! So he
because
does, like, the whole thing.
because there's like the mechanical valve versus the pig's valve, and there's a bunch of things you got to do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, doing great. It's got to do a lot of special K and shit like that.
Is there a way I can put into this like stream like a video of me and Average Joe?
So what you would want to do is on the bottom you see the present button.
Yeah.
And you can present either a file off your computer or a file off of a tab or whatever. That's how you would do that.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah.
But if you go to Maxwell Star's channel and his 2019 trip, Nick, his 2019 trip to North Bay at 52:42. Well, there's me and then some Omicron lore that happened after.
I will say this. Here's the craziest. Here's the craziest fucking thing.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, I was just a viewer of Joe's channel.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, me and my buddy Mike, we created FLX Beer Reviews, and we, and Joe supports us. He wears our hat and shit. He supports us. It's really cool.
I've seen that.
But it's really crazy to think that like the beer community is nuts, bro. It really is. The beer community in itself is like this such a hybrid thing of like internet meets like in person meets like
crazy people.
It is insane because there are so many people I've came to be friends with that I've only seen on YouTube. And I'm like, I've only ever seen you on YouTube, and now I'm like good friends with you. Or it's like
my question becomes, FLX, are you coming to Ontario next year?
Ontario?
I mean, anything's possible.
Ontario where?
Because I invited you to Chicago this year.
You did.
Well,
and I'm saying, are you coming to Ontario next year?
Anything is possible. Well, Chicago was not possible due to family matters.
Life happens, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But will I get to meet you in person with my husband so you can see?
It is definitely a possibility.
Craziness.
So last year was so crazy. In fact, we did not even go to Beertuberpalooza, which is our festival to go to. Beertuberpalooza actually transports every year to an area. So this year was Connecticut. The last year was Albany. The year before that was New Jersey. It just kind of goes around.
One yet, so
I
can't.
But we did not go this year. Joe did not go this year. He had some medical issues. So it was just like we did not go. But this year it could possibly be in Buffalo.
So the hosts this year are Shane's Craft Beers Beer Reviews and Alkanauts.
Okay,
they're the hosts this year. And they're going to be handling it. It's going to be in July. Just a heads up. It's going to be in July. Probably not the first week because obviously U.S. 4th of July. But probably the second, third, fourth week in July.
Honestly, I think the only thing that will hold me back is I have to get re-upped on the whole enhanced license stuff.
Enhanced license. So like... permit to cross into Canada? Or?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know. I need to change my name to my husband's name first before I can get a passport to properly cross over.
Hang on. So where would this be exactly? The next one, where would this be?
It's going to be in Niagara Falls, the Niagara Falls area of Ontario.
It does. what's his face? Chad the albino rhino has anything to do with that?
Huh?
Okay, never mind. Chad the albino rhino.
No, Shane's Craft Beer Reviews and Alkanauts are the ones hosting. But
And it would be here on the Canadian side.
Craft beer reviewers.
Of course, because the Canadian side of Niagara Falls is always better. Everyone knows that.
I kind of want to maybe head down for that. That could be fun.
I know, it sounds amazing. I've never been there. I've never actually been to
that
Canada.
Would be July next year.
But I've never been to Canada, so I really.
What? You've never been to Canada?
Never been to Canada
really?
my whole life.
So, like, my rite of passage before shit started getting too complicated was, in fact, the day I turned 19, the whole rite of passage was, you're going to fucking Niagara Falls, and we're going to go get Molson Triple X, and we're going to go to Mintz, the strip club, and Sundowners, the strip club, and you're just going to spend all night in a hotel.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was the rite of passage.
So this was before 2002 when you didn't need a fucking, whatchamacallit, a passport. You didn't need a passport before 2000. What year was it?
FLX, that's cool and all, but
so you're 43 minimum.
When I was 17 here and not have to pay
45?
Anything while I was there because I was a fucking white woman. So, just saying, there's a whole different animal.
Listen,
there's a gender issue there. I could literally walk in and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna, like dance." No, I'm not gonna dance. I'm literally going to pay your dancers because I just want to watch them dance. That was a thing. That was okay for women to go into strip clubs.
I haven't been
whole different animal.
So but the crazy thing about Mintz was, it was funny because you could joke with your boys. The upstairs was the women, the downstairs was the men. So you could like mess with the boys, like, yeah, go downstairs, and they go downstairs. It's a bunch of dudes, It's hilarious.
All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna have to go now, guys, because I'm flustered as fuck.
King Radar is drunk.
Yeah.
I'm not King Radar. I am Radar of the
Omicron. I will let Joe know. I will let Joe know that you were ashamed of the man you once were.
It's been really nice to meet you, Mallory, and really nice to meet you. And Flex Beer, the cousin of Average Joe.
FLX, not Flex. F.
All right, FLX Beer Review, cousin of Average Joe. Average Joe and Average Dad.
Average Pops, brother.
Average Pops. I've met the guy twice. And,
Average Pop. Look, can I tell you, Average Pops is like probably one of the best dads ever.
Oh, he's the. Is he really like a submariner?
Dude, man's official. The man is official.
So he was like a submariner, U.S. Navy. I think that's what he told me.
The man is official.
Oh my god. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Whenever you guys do like your own YouTube videos, I'll be right there. And
so apparently,
I do plenty. Check out my channel, FLX Beer Reviews.
Yeah, what is it? Flex Beer.
FLX Beer Reviews. Check it out.
FLX Beer Reviews.
Fantastic! You got to check them out. They're
of course, I will. Of course, the cousin of fucking Average Joe. Of course, I will.
No, those guys are so super funny. You have no idea. Like, they talk about beer, but you're laughing the whole time. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. You got to check them out.
But, FLX, do you know Guy? Guy Lachance from like...
Indeed.
Yeah, you do.
Indeed.
Guy, he's my best friend.
So here's what it is. Joe pulled us in for a 5-day class with slideshows and everything. He's like a yardstick pointing to people. He's like, this is this person. This is that person.
What?
This is that person.
I love that Joe did this, and I can totally see Joe doing
it. I wanted to point to.
I mean, come on. We all know Joe's a whore for information. He loves information.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I love the fact that he, like, went totally professor on you and was like, this This.
Indeed.
I gotta go.
This
guys.
is Redbeard. This is Redbeard. Notice his attention to detail. Notice his love for PGA Tour 2K.
Oh, I gotta
His
play
team.
one.
Notice.
What are we not playing now?
That is
I'm
gorgeous.
I'm plaster. You know what? You guys awesome. Redbeard, fuck you. Hey, average cousin, you're awesome. Mallory. Hey.
You're Speedy. I really enjoyed talking to you, and if you swing by again, say
I will.
King Radar, or I won't know who you
No,
are.
you'll just be ready because I'm not really a king. I
You
mean,
gotta
in
say-
Omicron Lord, the only king was Nick.
That's how I know you now. I know you as King Radar.
Well,
You gotta say King Radar.
in
No,
Omicron Lore, I was a king only
to
300
me, you are King
times.
Radar. That's how it is.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
I would-
I'll just end it here. The one thing the one thing Joe told me, I was like, watch out for Greg. He's a wild card.
Oh, dude, he's a swinger. Like literally a swinger. But he's an awesome guy. He's really. We see him every week, me and Redbeard. But he is a swinger. But he's an awesome guy. He's a swinger. But anyways, in Omicron lore, I'm Radar. SRA/DA/R.
There is no slashes.
Well,
Yo,
what
hey,
you see now.
I see
Wait,
no
Radar,
Yes.
before you leave. What's up with your boy? Why did he retire?
McGee?
No. Off the 10th.
After 10th, Chris?
Yeah.
He's not retired.
He
just-
retired.
no, he's not retired. He's how can I say? He bought himself a new car and has no money for anything else.
Okay.
It's similar, right here. It's similar. Yo, off the 10th. Off the 10th is Chris.
Yeah.
Well, he's still around with us whenever we like play games
Okay.
and shit.
All
like
right.
that.
So he does live streams and shit, right?
No, just
Yeah.
tell him that fucking. Dude. The thing is, he's like a Holocaust denier now,
Okay.
and
Oh,
Well, Redbeard is the most introspective human on earth. Like, drinking
no,
beer.
he's like
Like,
when COVID shit came, he's
every
like,
time
no,
I
I
look
don't
at
believe
Redbeard,
that shit.
he
And
is
then
the
all of a
most
sudden, he
introspective-
lied.
like thing on whatever beer he's drinking. He's just like,
Well, what
Yeah,
he did, he
this
drank
is
a
the
bunch
beer.
of Bellwoods, and I wish I drank the same fucking thing.
I fucking love your affinity towards beer. I really do.
Who, Redbeard?
Yes. Every time I see his camera, he's like in love with the beer. That's fucking fantastic.
Well, me
That's
was
fantastic.
this. Well, me was like 6 of these in the last like hour and a half. It's a fuck. you can see
Meanwhile,
it's a bone shaker.
Mallory, me and Mike are under a time frame here. Pretty soon, we're doing the hot butchers because it's minted time.
Ah.
So yeah, we do that. Jeremiah, one of the owners of the hot butcher.
yeah, he's a sweetie.
Yeah, Jeremiah's great. Jeremiah's lovely.
He's
I
a
love
sweetie.
Well, guys, I'm really going to go now.
When I
And,
had all the beer tubers come in, he was amazing.
but hey, nice to meet
Dude.
you, Mallory. Nice to meet you, FLX. That was Dan, is it?
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you, King
So you're
Radar.
the actual cousin of Average Joe. Well, nice to meet you, man. Hey, if you're in Rochester, what is it, Rochester?
Oh, I am in Rochester, my friend.
I'm 4 hours away. That's it. But anyways, you guys have a good one. I really got to go to bed because,
Good night, darling. It was lovely to see you.
Dawn. No, it's Radar, or either King Radar of Sagnion.
You know what? Still gonna call you darling.
In the great words of Kenny Omega, I
Yeah,
bid you adieu.
I bid you adieu. Adieu, other motherfuckers.
Oh,
I
I'm
am
sorry.
French, by the
Good
way.
night,
Adieu.
Stevie.
Adieu, motherfuckers. By the way, adieu, Beauticus Rosaloculus, King of the Rosy Figured View. See you guys later.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah, dude. Is Jeremiah not the coolest dude? Jeremiah's so cool. I love Jeremiah.
He really is.
Yeah, he really is. I'm gonna take a restroom stop. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that picture. He has short hair and he's wearing a shirt that says whatever. He looks kind of like a college boy douche in that picture.
Definitely. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Little bit. Not just me. Is that just me? If it's just me, tell me.
I don't have much experience with the college boy douche sect, so.
Well, I know, but like, think about that. Whatever on the shirt, the hand there, the bleach blonde tips on the hair.
Just said, just with the whatever.
It wouldn't be bad without whatever is the rough part.
Whatever.
So, let's talk to Dan about that when he comes back. Oh, goodness. Because he looks just like people I went to college with, and I'm a little concerned now because college didn't treat me as well as it could have.
No.
How are you doing, darling?
Not sober.
A little too drunk?
Nah, not too drunk, but drunk.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point too.
Yeah.
Dan, your
Yes.
placekeeper photo, how old is that picture?
What picture?
So when you clicked out of your photo, that picture.
That is not me.
And here. How long ago was that picture?
That's not me.
Well, who the fuck is that picture?
That is Poppy Eats.
I don't know who Papa Eats is.
Okay, so Poppy Eats, he's a very popular food tuber on YouTube.
Okay,
He has like thousands of subscribers. But Poppy is one of my friends. He's from Rochester originally.
Is he as good as Beard Boots food?
Yeah, he's like up there with like Dame Drops and all that shit.
Okay, Beard Boots food is
So that's Poppy Eats. But the thing that's cool about Poppy Eats that I like is why it says whatever. Like Poppy Eats is like, I don't give a fuck. Like he doesn't care about things. Like he'll tell you is like it's fast food. It tastes like shit. Like he's not like, you know what I mean. He's off the hinge. He's off the cusp.
So I got a little concerned because I was like,
yeah,
my
that's
God,
not me.
That's a picture of him.
Here's me. Here's me.
That's terrifying.
I love it.
Here's me with a
like
Bud Light, which
FOI.
about
Look
nowadays.
at you. Look at
So
you.
this is an old picture. But now because of the Bud Light conspiracy, people are upset about that.
The first one looked like an FOID card.
Here's the Beer Patrol logo because I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
That-
Buffy
that-
from Buffalo
that's-
Brews.
It sounded like you're peeing right there. It's funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
it did
definitely. I'm
totally
pouring a
sound
beer.
like you were peeing.
Here's my co-host Michael. Mike.
That's
Okay.
awesome. That's actually awesome.
He had a beer. He's disgusted.
That's great. I like that a lot.
Here's Mike. Surprised.
Okay.
That looks like
Here's Mike disgusted by another beer.
not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
Here's me, Mike. Yeah.
I kind of liked the not you like.
Here's me with a bunch of Keystones.
Yeah, that is you with.
I've seen that picture
So,
before.
The picture you left up when you left us was
Was
not
Poppy.
you.
Yeah, it was
But-
Poppy.
Who was that? Who was that person?
Poppy Eats.
Okay.
Here's what I'll do. Let me do this
Just
for
be
you.
you. Stop
Let me
being
do that.
someone else.
No. I do this as homage. I pay homage. Here you go. Private chat. There's Poppy Eats.
I don't know.
Check out
how
his channel at some
to
point.
chat.
It's fun times.
So you didn't see all the drunkenness where I couldn't work this, so I can't see that. I had, hold on. I had a 5.5, and then I had a 5, and then I had a 6, and then I had an 8.5, and then
Nice.
I had a 10.5, and then you joined us, and I had a 4, and now I'm having a 6.
Mallory,
So
I appreciate your tenacity.
No, Mallory is some kind of like beer drinking machine. Like she like she's not a big lady from like what like she's she's
I'm 5'10".
She's
about 170 pounds.
Yeah, you're a bit dainty.
Well, nicely proportioned, I guess. I don't know, but fucking I don't know what I'm saying.
170 at 5.9. You figure it out. I don't care.
Myself, I have had probably in the same issue, but I'm at the point where I'm going to pass stuff.
Okay. Let me ask you, Mallory. Mallory.
I've got all these cans right in front of me that I've already drank.
Mallory, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've had conversations with Jeremiah, correct?
Yes.
Did he send you beer?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But,
well, he stopped sending beer to a lot of people, so it is what it is.
But
did you get an email recently?
Wait a second.
Okay.
But I was finishing my sentence. But he hasn't sent me beer myself. But he knows that we're close enough to come to his tap room anytime. Okay. So we come to his tap room. He's aware of that, and that's cool. But when I messaged him and told him that I was bringing people from Atlanta, from Canada, from all over the place to come into his tap room, he made sure that his staff had little printouts that had the names of all the channels of the people that were coming. And he set them out on the table. And he had menus out on the table for all the people who were coming for all the beer. And then he had his staff bring out special beer that was 23-month barrel aged that wasn't released to anyone else. It was just to us for us to review and like check in on. And that was super special. So he went 100% above and beyond to make us feel good.
So with that being said,
yes.
With that being said, is it? Let me ask your feelings on this, because
yes,
I have a hard time. I have a hard time like thinking about it. Like, for me, it is absolutely beyond comprehension that an owner of Hot Butcher, Jeremiah, has gone out of his way, and like for what you explained, he's done that for you. He's gone out of his way to do things for us. FLX Beer Reviews. Like, it is insane to think that an owner of a brewery of that caliber goes out of his way to make sure that we are taken care of in whatever way we need to be taken care of. Like, it is like, it's crazy to think, like, because we made stupid videos on stupid YouTube, that he's just like, I want to take care of you. I want to do this for you. I want to do that for you. Right. Is that not hard to like? It's crazy to me.
Allow me to explain. Having spoken to him, allow me to explain. So, when they opened, they did not have a tap room at all.
Yep.
They had no space for the locals to come to. So, every time they made a beer, the two owners, two of them, would get these cases that they could do whatever they wanted with.
Yep.
And they thought, what better to do with this than to send it to people who are talking about beer?
Yep.
So they started randomly sending. So they they started sending to Rod J. They started
Mhm.
sending to Joe. They started sending to Ridgeopolis. They were sending to different people to just kind of spread the word a little bit. But they also watched the videos. This was
Oh,
a
yeah.
thing
Oh, they definitely did.
watched the videos,
Yep.
so they were aware.
Oh yeah.
So they started sending out their things and thinking, hey, if this guy doesn't like our beer, he's far and it's okay. But if he likes our beer, we'll know why. And so they started listening. They were listening to the beer tubers. So they were focusing in on that, seeing what would happen. And they were doing that over and over with all these beers, over and over. They were sending them out to all these random brew tubers. South 10 got some, and
my boy.
Yep. So they were doing that, and that actually gave them feedback, not only from the beer tuber themselves, but also from the comments. So they were getting feedback from that, and they were using that. Now they did not have a tap room at this time. They did not have a space for people to go to. When they finally opened the tap room, I contacted them and I'm like, hey, we're local. This is what we're doing. We're friends with this guy, and this guy that you've been sending shit to. Hey, let's talk. And so I got to talk to them all this stuff. But they chose an avenue that no one else had chosen.
Yep.
So take a second and think about the balls, the cojones that it takes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To go that avenue that's alternate to everything everyone
Mallory,
else.
I have, and I will.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because us getting Hot Butcher was a direct result of Joe saying, "Hey Jeremiah," right? And then the direct result of us was Tyler from South End, Ridge, everything. But what's really cool about that is even after they got their tap room, like there was that stream of boxes that we got with like tap room exclusives and stuff like that. It was really
Which
dope.
is the funniest thing because we're local. We've been to their tap room several times, and they still haven't sent me anything. Never sent me nothing. And I'm okay with that. I care about them. I like their stuff, and I will continue to tout their stuff. I don't give a shit if they send me a thing ever. But what they're doing is creating noise. It's creating
definitely. So there are certain bottle shops around us that occasionally we get some like Hot Butcher drops occasionally, and we definitely buy them because we want to support it. But we did message Jeremiah, full transparency, and said, "Listen, man, I don't mean to ask for this, and like this is not like I've not done this before. I feel weird about it, but you released a beer, release it like it was a wet hop beer. The wet hop beer, the first wet hop beer. I sent a message. I said, Jeremiah, I've never done this before. I feel weird about it. And if you feel weird about it, it's cool. But I got to put it out there. You guys are releasing this beer. You've never done it before. I think it would be really cool if I could review it on the channel. If you don't want to send us one can of it, we'll cover the shipping. We'll do whatever. Just putting it out there. And he messaged us back 2 weeks later. He's like, I didn't mean to ghost you. A lot of shit happening. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. He's like, if you still want it, I'm like, definitely. If it's not an inconvenience. But that's the thing, to build a relationship, I think that's mad awesome. Another fact of
the only brewery in Chicago that's pulling that shit right now.
Right. But another fact of building relationships, okay, Bumpy or Bruce, Jesse. Yeah. He had sent us some beer from his way up in New Hampshire. One of the breweries was Kettlehead Brewing.
Yeah.
We made some beers. We did some reviews, and they got hold of us. We're like, hey, we love your reviews. There was a lot of fun to watch. We like it. Okay, cool, guys. And they're like, hey, we got an anniversary coming up. We'll send you some beers. Tell us what you think.
There we go.
Wait.
Oh,
Come here.
sorry. Is that Chew?
Yeah. Chew, come here. You don't have to be on camera. Come here.
I'm here.
Hi, Chew.
Hands in. This is FLX. We know FLX from Joe. So, Chew is here.
Hi, Chew. I respect the
And this is
stash,
Redbeard.
brother.
I know Redbeard.
Yes.
But anyways, so Mallory.
We're
So
talking about Hot Butcher.
so anyways, Kettlehead got a hold of us. So like, hey, we love your reviews, pretty cool. Let's send you some beers. So they sent us some beers. So here in Western New York, we have a really big craft beer community, like really big. Anyways, so we have one of the premier beer festivals, and we know the guy that puts it together. We said, hey, you really got to try and get Kettlehead down here from New Hampshire. They do it. They get Kettlehead down here. So we get Kettlehead down here, and we get together with our other buddies who are distribution managers and stuff. Long story short is we got Kettlehead down here. We got him distributed in New York State. Got licensed to sell in New York State. All 9 yards. So basically, me and Mike are living off of. We love the brewery. We hooked up with them. Did a review. We got them selling in our state, New York State. And we are solely responsible for them being in our state for sale on the shelf. And it is the craziest fucking feeling you would ever feel. Because it's like, I didn't even mean for this to happen. Like, I told Mike, when we started this channel, my idea of success was the minute we gained a free beer from any brewery, we succeeded. And here we are, like, years later, and I'm the reason this beer is selling in New York State.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that's so cool. Like, I'm not trying to be like that person that's like gloating or whatever. I'm just trying to like point out how awesome the beer community is, that we can succeed to a point that we have that sort of influence. It's unreal.
I hate to interrupt you, FLX, but I only have a second for this. Redbeard, are you awake? Because I have a kitty to show you, but it looks like he's asleep. I think he's asleep.
He is asleep.
So this is Lily. She's Miss Sweetie. Actually, she's too Sweetie, to be entirely honest. But I was going to show it to Redbeard, but I think he's asleep on camera. So I will have to kill the live stream in order to get him off camera.
Dude, is it... What's your... let me ask you. What is your favorite beer style?
I live for Scotch ales, actually. I'm a Scotch
ales, okay.
Originally.
Okay.
I'm a Scotch drinker originally, so I... okay,
how do you feel about like barrel-aged Scotch ales?
So if we're going to go into it directly, allow me a second to give you kind of a history. When I was little, my father would give me tap water, and it was fine because we had our own well. But when he would give me different bottled waters, I wouldn't drink them, and he didn't understand why. So he told me, hey, I was 8 years old at the time. He said, I'm going to have you try some things. Let's see what you think. So he had a bottle of Aquafina, a bottle of Fiji, a bottle of Ice Mountain, tap water from our tap, and then tap water from 2 other towns that he lined up for me. And I could tell the difference between all of them, and I told him what all of them were. And he couldn't comprehend the fact that I could tell the difference between Fiji water or Ice Mountain water or tap water, but at the age of 8, I could tell the difference between those waters. And when I got to college, I got into it was a chemistry class, I think. And they gave everyone a piece of litmus paper and they said, place this piece of litmus paper on your tongue. So we did it. And myself and one other student in the class both jumped up from our seats, ran to the sinks and started washing our mouths out because it was a test to see if someone's a super taster. So a super taster is a person whose taste buds react in a different fashion from most people. It's only about 6% of the population, if I remember correctly. But
we're talking about like tasting sour from sweet kind of thing.
It's not just sour from sweet. You can taste very specific distinctions. It's the people who would be sommeliers. It's the people who would be, like proper tasters. Like that's like their job kind of thing. So I have that ability.
If you say Darwin, I'll flip out. But anyways.
But I never had an interest in being a taster as a job. Like that's not a thing that I want because I didn't want to taste what I didn't care about. So I found out about this when I was 19. And I was aware of it. But at the same time, I was obsessed with coffee. So when I was obsessed with coffee, I loved coffee from all different countries, but I could taste a coffee and tell you what country it was from. When I got past coffee, I got into Scotch. Scotch is like one of my absolute favorites. And I could tell you what section of Scotch and possibly what water source they used, depending on the Scotch. I got very into Scotch. I could tell you which water it was coming from based on the Scotch that I tasted. And then I got into tea, and from tea I got into like all the provinces of China, and I could tell you what province of China a tea was from. I could tell you what province of India this one mate tea was from. But I was very specific, and I could figure all that out. I did all those things, and now I'm into beer. Okay. So I have the ability to be a super taster. I never made it an actual job. I don't brew beer myself. I have never brewed beer. Yeah. I don't have an interest in actually making beer. But I like
that's fine. Hey, newsflash. Neither do I.
Yeah. So as far as what will sell and what won't sell, I can give you pretty clear references on that.
So what's your what is your favorite thing right now in beer?
Oh goodness. So I have
what is the thing that makes you tickly happy with beer right now?
Now you say that, but you realize I have to explore each facet of beer. So I've done the Pilsner thing. I love a Pilsner that's a little bit floral, almost soapy, but not quite there. But I love the floral side of Pilsners. That makes me happy because in teas, when I would taste orchid in a tea from the Shang region of China, it was super fun. But hold up, I'm getting there. For me right now, I am looking at saisons. Saisons are my happy place at the moment. I am a Scotch ale drinker as far as beers go, but the saisons have this earthy texture, and I taste compost, and I feel like I'm sipping out of a straw off of a puddle on a dirt floor in a cellar, and I'm like, that is fucking amazing.
All right,
and
so
I love like.
So if you've not had it, let me suggest Boulevard Brewing Tank 7.
Hold on, let me write it down. Boulevard
Brewing Tank 7.
Tank, TAN.
Tank 7. Yeah, Tank 7.
Okay, I wrote it down. And what is this going to taste like?
So it's Boulevard's Farmhouse Ale / Saison. It's pretty goddamn good. It really is.
So the brewery I work for, their
Here's my picture.
regular is a Saison. Okay, Tank 7, American Saison. Let me write that too, just to be sure. Okay, got it.
Is it? Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What do you think about, like, how do you feel when people approach you? Do people approach you?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that?
Most of the people approaching me are going, hey, you're talking about beer in a way that you shouldn't talk about beer because you're a woman. Honestly, that's kind of the thing I get the most is, wow, you described that so well. How do you know so much about beer when you're a woman? That is literally every day for me.
To me, that's weird because, like, to me, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is.
Well, explain to me, because
like,
the rest of the world doesn't understand.
Okay, to me, like, okay, so, like, the short conversations, the short feels of it, it's gonna be there because, you know, just the way. Okay, if I have a feeling about something or whatever, like, it's gonna be there. But, like, with being a woman and brewing and woman and beer, female aspect, I feel like that is a huge thing. There's a very big thing. Yeah. And for people to disregard that is absurd. Like, for someone to okay. So to put it in perspective, if someone said, "Hey Dan, what do you think about Hop Butcher?" And I give my thoughts. And, "Hey Mallory, what do you think about Hop Butcher?" And you give your thoughts. But people automatically just take my thoughts.
They do.
Because I'm the dude in beer and you're the chicken beer. Yeah. Like, that's stupid. That's stupid.
But it's constant.
But it's asinine. It's asinine. It is absolutely fucking asinine.
Even if it's asinine, it's still how it works. And I have to function knowing that that's how it works.
Like, so, if you said,
can say it's asinine, but I still have to function in a world where that's how it works.
Yeah, but so, if you had a situation in which, okay, listen, guys,
listen, guys. See, even how you said that first part, it's still there.
Well, no, when I say listen, guys, that is not me
it's
dictating.
Just an automatic. It's an automatic. You don't even think about it. It's there no matter what. It's listen, guys. It's not listen, people. It's listen, guys. And
okay, fair enough, but it's not meant like that.
I'm not saying that you're going a wrong direction. I'm not.
It's not meant like that
at all.
It's not meant.
But even saying listen, guys, that automatically puts a gender on it. And, you know, it's funny.
Okay, fair enough.
I love beer. I love beer. And I'm super excited about beer. So I am a general manager at a brewery. And when I go up, so my servers are doing their thing. My bartender is doing their thing. But I walk around to the tables and I check on the tables. And I'm like, hey, how is everything going for you guys tonight? Is everything good? to check in on the customers. Like, I want to know what's going on, and I want to make sure that my staff is treating them correctly, and I want to make sure everything's going good. But when I say that, they're always like assuming that I'm just like a general manager, which I am, but they don't go into detail. However, if I catch them early before the staff has really got to them, they're like, oh, well, I'm thinking about a wheat beer. And I'm like, oh, shoot, we don't have a wheat beer on tap right now. I have this, this, and this, and it tastes like this, this, and this. And they're like,
so
hey, are you a manager? Are you the owner? And I get asked if I'm the owner all the time. And I'm like, no, I'm not the owner. I work here.
Okay, like I get it. Like, okay, here's one. My buddy, he owns a brewery.
Yeah.
He was at one of the local beer shows. He was the only one there. He had to go use the restroom. He says, hey, can you watch the station, pour beers for people?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do this. Yeah, fine. It was towards late night. All the beers were tapped except for the Summer Ale. So people like coming up, like, hey, can I get this? I'm like, no, but I'll give you the Summer Ale, but with the promise of this. You hit up the brewery. We got this, whatever you like.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So, like, my buddy's like, he returns, he's like, oh, yeah, that's cool, man. You're down with it or whatever. Like, so I did that. And that's really awesome. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not any way affiliated with that brewery. I'm not any way affiliated with anything. I was doing something for my friend. So you got to be careful with that. You really do. Because there's some people that will say anything just to help out, you know. I don't know. It, for the most part, being a beer tuber it's opened up doors for me and Mike that we've not had. To support
collaboration opportunities that exist for that situation. Yeah.
But at the same time, those same opportunities have not distracted us or caused any harm to what we hope to accomplish.
So what you guys do is reviewing specific beers. Chu and I are a little bit different in the fact that we review breweries. We review like the business itself.
Mm.
Like, so we've run into a few not barricades perchance, but it's like we run into a few hard-headed individuals that it's been a little bit of an issue. So what we are trying to do, so before COVID, we had several breweries that we went to that we loved. After COVID, 2 of those breweries didn't exist anymore, and that hurt our souls. We were upset about it. We didn't want that to happen. So what we endeavored to do was create a space where we could talk about these breweries so that they wouldn't end up closing, because we loved them. And we actively went to these breweries and said, hey, show us everything. Show us what you got, because we want to show people what you got so that people come to you. That was the whole idea. And even having done that, 2 of the breweries that we filmed in the past have actually closed since the time that we filmed them. And that's unfortunate. I'm not happy about it, but it's life. I mean, honestly, like, our decisions did not completely affect
right.
what happened for that brewery. I am aware.
We're small potatoes.
It's true. We're small potatoes. That is true. But we try. We're trying to make a difference. Now, we've had to take a small sidestep while we are. So I got hired on as a manager at one brewery. He got hired on as a manager at another brewery, and it was at the same time.
How does that impact your channel though?
Well, that's just it. We haven't had a long form video come out since February. To be fair, none of our long form videos have come out since February, just because our long form videos require he and I going to a brewery and filming together.
Right.
And we haven't had a day off together as a couple since February. That hasn't happened. So because we got hired on as managers at the same time, it made it a lot harder. So now we are both established managers. And I think established managers is different from just general managers. Established managers means you've been there for a while, you've figured out your thing, you sorted out your stuff. We are at a point where we can have a day off that is together. We've talked about it, we've discussed it, we've actually talked about it with both of our staffs, his staff, my staff. Everyone knows what our day off together is supposed to be. That being the case, I'm hoping that as November starts, we will be able to re-jump our channel. But for all those months, we didn't have that opportunity, unfortunately. It's been very difficult.
So I have another question.
Yes.
How do you deal with the haters?
How do we deal with what?
Haters. The haters.
You know,
like there was always someone. There was always someone negative. There really is.
You know, it's so funny. We only have like 400 and some subscribers on YouTube. We haven't gotten the haters so much, except the awkward thing. Most of our views on YouTube have actually been of me and him shaving our heads. More people view those videos than they view our beer videos. That is true. And the haters are the people who are coming at me saying, when are you going to shave again? When are you going to shave again? When are you going to shave your head again? I'm like, oh, you're a creeper. I'm so not shaving my head right now. Because, ew.
Okay.
But honestly, we were only at 430, I think, for our subscribers. So we're really not that high.
Okay.
No, we lost momentum at the point where we should have been gaining momentum. That is true.
Yeah.
But we've stayed steady at 430. Like we haven't looked. I think we've lost one.
So I feel like me and Mike are the same.
From February, I think we've lost one subscriber.
Right.
And we haven't released a long form video since February. So honestly, people are pretty chill. Everyone seems cool. But the haters hasn't really been an issue for us.
I feel like me and Mike are like the same path. Like we're at I think like a 550-ish. And like it seems like every other week it goes from like 547 to like 552 to like 550. It's bouncing. It's teetering.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's definitely dependent on. I've found more often than not it's dependent on what me and Mike are doing that week. Like as far as like beyond the videos, like if we have a live stream or if we hang out with a certain group of individuals or whatever, it's okay. I mean, like at the end of the day, our channel, our content is built upon the fact of, did you receive free beer from a brewery or a subscriber?
Yeah.
If that's a yes, the channel's right there. Success.
Yeah.
Because the whole channel is based upon not to be rich and famous. The channel is based upon, does our channel reach a brewery? And the brewery acknowledge the fact that we reviewed the beer and they're like, hey, try this. That's where our shit ends.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the brewery like interacts with us, we've won. We've done what we've accomplished. I don't need free beer to do that. But the minute a brewery says, "Hey, we've watched your video, we like your content," I'm okay with it, regardless if it's good or bad.
Yeah. So all the breweries that we went to, we asked them permission before we filmed there. So we like went there and we talked to them and said, "Hey, this is what we do. We'd like to showcase you guys because we don't want you guys to go away. This is what we do." And they would either say yes or no. And we had breweries that said no.
Yeah.
To be honest, we had breweries that said,
Yep.
"I'm uncomfortable with that. Don't do that." And it's cool.
Right? Us too. Us
totally
too.
Fine. Totally fine. I don't have an issue with that.
Right.
And we would, still like do like one of theirs at home or something that's like,
dude,
just
isn't it
showcase them a little bit, but
isn't it like a different level when like they're all about it and they subscribe, they do every little bit to like you part of it. Like, it's so cool.
It is cool. It is cool. I will admit that it is very cool. In fact, I just got messages from a brewery that we filmed over a year ago that was like, "Hey, we just saw what you did. That was so cool. Here you go." And they like subscribe to us and all the stuff. And I was like, well, that was super sweet, but God, that was like a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, it is nuts. It really is.
I love that you did it, but you didn't have to. It's okay. I was still going to do it.
I'm all about it. I really am.
But yeah, so we've run into a couple issues. Just a lot of times we go into breweries that we've been to before. We scope them out first, but we walk in and we ask whoever's working, "Hey, can we film?" And sometimes they say, "Hey, I got to talk to the owner first," and that's fine. And sometimes the owner would say, "No, I don't want you to do that," and that's okay. I appreciate that. You're the owner. You get to decide. And I won't film that. I won't. But other breweries, like we've been there several times and we've filmed a couple little things, but nothing crazy. And we'll be like, "Hey, do you mind if we put this up on the internet?" And they're like, "Fuck yeah, go ahead." Like they don't care.
Right.
We put that up and we like tell people about it. So do you know BrewTuber?
Yeah.
Brew TUBR, I think they're spelled.
I've heard of them.
Also in Chicago, it's a married couple who is also doing brewery reviews, who is also showing off what the breweries offer here in Chicago. They are closer to the city, and I just met them recently. It was super exciting to meet them.
I gotta say, I'm like super jealous. Super jealous.
They came up to the booth while we were working at some weird event. I was helping out my husband at some event, and they came up and they went, "Oh my God, are you Imperfectly Neat Crafts?" And I went, "Oh my God, I am. You're a BrewTuber. Oh my God."
Right.
It was just like super exciting to meet them. Super awkward, super exciting. We got all the pictures. My husband and I were in lederhosen and a dirndl. Not kidding.
What's
actually happened?
What is let me ask you.
Yeah.
What is the first time you were like caught in public? Like, what is the first time you've ever been like someone's been like, "YouTube, I know you"?
So I was at a brewery called oh gosh. Hold on. Let me think of it. Chew! Can't hear me. It's in Long Grove, Illinois. Buffalo Creek Creek Brewing. I was at Buffalo Creek Brewing. I had worked at Liquid Love and Ravinia at that point. So I had worked in 2 breweries, but our channel was our main thing for breweries. So I stopped in at Buffalo Creek Brewing and Liquid Love. Shit, I can't talk. I'm so fucking drunk. It's terrible. Let me try that again. I stopped in at Buffalo Creek Brewing in Long Grove, Illinois. And that's like less than 10 miles from our house. It's right close to our house. And the gentleman behind the bar, long beard, and he looked like a brewer, but, you know, he was working behind the bar. He was wearing a hat that said Liquid Love. And Liquid Love was the brewing company that I had just started working for. When I said to him, "Hey, you're wearing a Liquid Love hat. I work there now." He said, "Hey, I work there too." And then he stopped and he looked at me a little more serious. And he was like, "Are you in Perfectly Neat Crafts?" And I went, "Yes, yes, I am." So he was the new brewer for the brewery that I was starting to work for. But he was the first one to recognize me out in public.
Nice.
He was the very first one. His name is Mike. He's a sweetie, and I love him because he hates it when people are perky, and I'm perky around him just to piss him off. So yeah, he was the very first one who realized that he was like, "Oh, I saw your review on this, this, and this." And I was like, "No way, you saw my reviews. That's ridiculous." I said, "We're about to work together and you saw my reviews in a different brewery than the one you're working at now. This is awkward on every level."
Nice.
And he was like, "Yeah, a little bit. What do you want?" That was his response was, "What do you want?" Man. So I love this man because
okay.
With any shit, but
yeah. I've had so many like recently, like I remember Mike dragged me to a brewery. You know, I'd never been in the actual brewery before, and like the guy walks up and he's like, "So you're Dan, the other half of FLX." I was like, "Yep, that's me." Like it was weird. It was weird. Yep. So.
Hands up like I'm arrested.
Right. So, all right. 3:30. I must go. I must depart.
Oh, that's cute. It's only 2:30 where I am.
Okay. Well, 3:30 where I am. So.
Wait, where are you?
New York.
Oh,
Western New York. Rochester. Rochester.
Yeah. You're a sleepy kid, so I will let you go.
All right.
But it was lovely chatting with you.
It was. I look forward to.
I apologize if I was long-winded on stories.
More in the future, Mallory. We will do.
But you're going to the Ontario one, right?
We will talk.
The Alkanauts showed up. You gotta.
We will talk. I've talked to Mike. It's a dual thing.
Because honestly, it was so much fucking fun at Chicago.
No, I know it. I know it was. I know how
and
it is.
The Alkanauts and Shane are going to run it a little different than I did. Me and Chu wanted to take people to breweries because that's what we do. We do breweries, but you guys do beers, so it's like you gotta show up. It'll be so much fun. I would love to meet you in person.
I mean, that'd be dope. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. I gotta talk to Mike.
All right, talk to Mike. Convince him because I'm literally like changing my name to my married name and getting a passport just for this.
Okay.
This is the thing that's happening.
All right.
I'm going above and beyond just to get to go to this.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
Okay.
All
Have
right,
a good night, okay?
Yep. Bye.
For those of you that stayed, thank you so much for joining us. I know it was a little awkward at the beginning while I was waiting for folks to show up, but super happy you came along, and I hope you have an amazing night. If you can, subscribe to some of these people who showed up because honestly, they're amazing folks and they have great channels. It's worth it. So have a good night, everybody. Cheers.